Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Recato of Recato Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. Woo! How you guys doing? Here's how my day went. It was wake up. I had about 2 hours of sleep because I could not go to sleep last night. So it was wake up. Wonder if I should put a little makeup. No, it was wake up, get on stream. I streamed for a little over 10 hours. I did not even get up to go to the bathroom. And then we got done and I ran upstairs and very quickly threw together some dinner, which you'll see right here. It's just it's a basic pasta with tomatoes and spinach, bell pepper, and Italian sausage. Anyway, threw that together for me and the fam. And then I promptly I wolfed down a small bowl of it. I went to sleep. I got up, I showered, and then I came back. That's it. That's my entire day. So Janet Morgan says, looks like shit. Thank you, Janet. You're very encouraging. I bet you have special help or special abilities to make children feel good about themselves too. Sheesh. Ouch. Some people are harsh. Okay, here we go. So we are here tonight on a mission of redemption. I'm on a mission of redemption. I need to read Superchats. Am I telling you that I'm going to be eating on stream like a fucking amateur? I'm telling you that if I left this out, the cats would eat it. And so I put it in a bowl and I may eat it on stream. Otherwise, I'll nuke it right when I'm done and eat it then. One of those two. Hey, what's up, Fair and Balanced? How you doing? Is this going to get old to me? What do you mean? Like YouTube? Is like being on stream and talking to people going to get old? No. It's it's literally like the dream job for me. Yeah. No, this is what I like to do. If you mean, is this trial going to get old to me? Trial is getting kind of old. The hell? What am I on Baywatch? Okay. The trial's getting a little old. It's it's long running, 6 weeks. Today was a great day, very engaging and entertaining, so it was not so bad. But by the time it's done, it'll be nice. In the schedule, can't keep going like this forever. Yeah, no, the schedule, it'll be really nice on Friday when it's done. I look like I fell asleep on my boyfriend's stomach. Oh my gosh. But okay, how owned am I that Ralph is back in Portugal? That was the big surprise. He went back to Portugal for something. Look, I'm not actually going to hate on Ralph for going back to Portugal. I mean, I think it's dumb that he posted that he's like there, like that's like some big surprise. But in his defense, he went to Portugal looking like Ralph. And like after the first day, he spent the rest of his time in Portugal looking like fucking Darkman. So if I were him, I'd want to go like have my vacation that I missed. So I get that. But acting like it's some own to the haters, if that's what he's doing, then I mean, that's weird. And I like he said he was going to Burberry to buy a new purse, which is just I don't think he gets it. But if he's going to Burberry to buy, why didn't you just buy a purse in the States at Burberry? It's weird. DTLS, can you do a former self-defense analysis on the United Airlines ticket agent versus former NFL player fight? Can you email it to me? I'm not going to do it tonight. Tonight is dedicated to some super chats. Many super chats. I'm going to be rapid fire going through super chats from the past couple shows that I have not been able to finish, and I am going to be trying to answer questions as they come up on there and on here. So I don't normally like talk about this because I feel greasy talking about super chats and stuff like that. But a couple quick things. On the daytime shows during the trial, there's a lot of chats that come in. The count today, last I checked, I don't know if this is the final count, but there's a website that tabulates these things, was 831 super chats. So if you average 831 super chats and you give each super chat 30 seconds between reading the chat and maybe responding to it, that's 7 hours of constant talking. That's 7 hours of time. So some people are like sad that their chat didn't get read on the stream. And if I tried to read every single chat during the trial, out of the 10 hours that the trial was on, I would have been speaking over 7 hours of it. So I can't always do that. So when I do these super chat catch-up shows, inevitably people will send in super chats, right? During a live show, they will do that. And so here's the rule I have on the channel. I implemented this rule 3 years ago and it served me pretty well. The rule I have is I try to address $20 plus chats as soon as I can. And then all of the other chats I try to get to. I do this rule in the daytime. I do it at night as well. I could probably honestly up it to $50 during the daytime, but my income is great. I'm not looking for ways to increase revenue or anything like that. So sticking with the system that I've got, it served me pretty well for these years. And I try not to put like a monetary floor on getting your chat addressed. I've never liked that personally, but I do have to manage the stream some way. So super chats that come in tonight that are $20 plus, I will try to address those as they come in. And first, anything else, I'm going to try and mix up from the different nights of super chats. So we're going to just try and hammer it out. Again, I don't like talking about it because I don't want anybody to feel like they have some necessity to super chat or that I'm asking. I'm really not. I appreciate all of them so much. But yeah, if you don't feel like your chat's going to get read and addressed in a timely manner, please don't send it. Like I don't want anybody to feel like that. So with that, we're going to jump into it here. Can't you turn off super chats? No, you can't. So, I mean, you could turn them off for the channel, but not for individual streams. Also, why would you? Very silly, very breaded. The system that we have is good. It is good. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We're going to start. I am going to start with the chats that came. Well, here we go. It's the Kenosha Kid. Says, you're not allowed to eat, sir. I demand entertainment. I love you, Rackets. I'm ready to play some D2R with you after this trial is over. We'll have to see. I got some game keys for Acquitted. That's what I'm looking forward to playing. I'm looking forward to playing. Speaking of the Kenosha Kid, I'm looking forward to playing Acquitted on stream. Tara Rayner, Nick sent you a Facebook DM about Johnny Depp rebuttal list. And the flight attendant for Wednesday, the wrist pressure question needs an answer. Wait, hold on. Are you saying that the flight attendant from Russia is on the rebuttal witness list. No. No, 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 no. Hold on. That's amazing. Okay, so here are the May 24th rebuttal witnesses. This would be tomorrow. Dr. Richard Shaw, Dr. Kimberly Collins, who is a forensic pathologist, Candle Davidson Goldborn, by deposition, who's a representative for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. So they're going to testify that Johnny Depp was, probably coming in to talk to kids or something. Walter Hamada, by deposition, the president of DC-based film production Warner Brothers Pictures. So that's going to be refuting everything Amber Heard's agent said about her Warner Brothers prospects of renegotiating the film. Richard Marks is back. He's the entertainment lawyer. Mike Spindler, an economic damages expert. So he's going to come in and go after Amber Heard's expert, probably. Doug Banya, social media and internet analytics experts. They're going to rebut the weird Poindexter that was on the stream the other day. Morgan Knight, witness of the Hicksville incident. So Morgan Knight is the Hicksville incident is the first one with the grabbed wrist at that hippie circle of RVs. Dr. David A. Culber, hand doctor of Mr. Depp. Whoa. Okay, so they're going to bring in the actual treating physician to refute the testimony of the hand job doctor today. Jennifer Howell, by deposition, that's the former friend and boss of Whitney Heard, Enriquez. She's the one who wrote the letter telling Whitney Heard that, or reminding Whitney Heard that she knew that the statements she was making were lies or whatever about the staircase incident. And then on Wednesday, that's a packed day. We'll see. They're going to burn through some of these because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 witnesses on the list for tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, they have Kate Moss via video link, friend and former girlfriend of Mr. Depp. Oh, I wish she was going to be there live. I think that would be so much better to have Kate Moss there because Amber would be pissed. Brian Neumeister, because Kate Moss at like 46 or whatever looks better than Amber does. Brian Neumeister, a metadata expert. Morgan Tremaine, I don't know who that is. Lydia Phillip, who is a flight attendant. So that is probably the flight attendant that they allege. And she's going to be testifying live by a video link. Dr. Shannon Curry. So Dr. Muffins is back as a forensic psychologist again. And then Johnny Depp as the plaintiff. I cannot imagine they would actually call Johnny Depp back to the stand. There's just no reason to, even for them. But there's nothing to lose at that point because he won't be able to cross-examine. And actually, if they do close out the trial with Johnny Depp's testimony with no rebuttal time left or no cross-examine time left, or even like 5 minutes or something, that would be really powerful to close on. So that's a baller list of rebuttal witnesses. Thank you, Tara Rayner, for sending that over. Now, of course, any of those things are subject to change, and we'll just have to see how they go. But yeah, that's a killer list. Ugly Winston says Jack Murphy is calling himself the Jacked Gandalf now in his long-winded email to his followers. It's a humorous read. I added you on Twitter if you want to give a look. Thank you. Thank you, Balian. So someone who used to do coke on a regular basis, crazy-looking philosophy mouth dude, was 100% gacked out and had that throat drip going hard. You mean this guy? That dude was so fucking weird. Let's see. Sam Q says, do you because you do it so well. Love to you and subs heart. Hey, thank you, Sam Q. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, and I have to do something. I have been made aware. I have been made aware of some unethical and disorderly practices of LawTube members of our official club have been called out for their unethics. It's a DUI guy, spawn camping. We've got Joe Neerman, who ran up. This is official. This is true. He ran up to someone in the line. He grabbed their baby out of their stroller and he football spiked their baby. And then he kicked it through a field goal. He said, "Get out of here. I'm taking this spot." That's been going on. That's how these guys got into court. This is what's going on. If this is what LawTube has become, I'm out. I'm just saying, if this is what LawTube has become, then I will not associate with them anymore. Steve Robertson, just adding to your workload, you slacker. Dorby says, "Shut up and take my money." I will. Trollertarian, thank you for the donation. Glenn Everett, go for Everett, sent you an email about Elaine and Spiegel hot mic before being sworn in. Well, that sounds like something I want to look at real quick. Sam Q with a huge chat says, "For all the haters who back down from this channel." Well, thank you, Sam Q. I really appreciate the the support for the channel. It is very encouraging. Okay, so Glenn sent me an email and he says, right before Spiegel testifies, he's talking to Elaine. I swear he says he's going to get up there and lie, and then asks if there's anything he can't lie about. Please give it a listen. Well, I don't have that. I needed what? Huh? Weird. Sorry, I got another email. Someone asking about like deleting chats. Very, very strange. Don't know. But yeah, without a timestamp, I don't know exactly where that is. But that'd be very interesting to find out. I'll try and find it. Jonathan Prezios says, "I've been trying to figure out why would Amber's team have the hand specialist now during her counterclaim rather than earlier before she took the stand." Well, her case in chief is actually for both. Her case in chief is responsive to Johnny Depp and also on her counterclaim. They're not clearly delineated. The only part of her that is delineated is her rebuttal on the counterclaim issue. Or wait, no. I don't think she gets a rebuttal. Her rebuttal is for the closing argument. So yeah, her case in chief is merged in those two things, as far as I can tell. I'm not aware of her getting a sir rebuttal to Johnny Depp, but maybe she will. I guess that's possible. Johnny Depp's team closes out on Wednesday. They may get some time on Thursday to do some sort of rebuttal. Julie Wilson says, "Newish here. What is the unbreaded meaning?" Well, Julie Wilson, the unbreaded is a nightly We'll get there eventually tonight. It is a nightly reading that I do from A Crazy Man's Manifesto. He's a UCLA professor and a Duke University PhD in philosophy, and he wrote an 803-page manifesto that is a sheer delightful piece of insanity. It is highly offensive, and it is full of nothing but only truth and facts. Mostly about Italians and how much he doesn't like them. But no, it's a fun thing to read. So, but yeah, some people don't like it. A lot of people don't like it, but you gotta love it. It's the best because the man is so funny. Just cause. And to be clear, we are mocking him. We're not glorifying his violent tendencies. Just Cause says, Your Honor, objection. Based super chatters. All these super chats clearly show bias to quality YouTuber. Jay is bored, says wants to delete this chat. No. Okay, so the email I got, which I'm very confused about, is about someone saying that they usually delete comments. And for some reason, they can't delete a number of chat statements from my previous videos, maybe 15 of them. They go to the original video and see that the chat is invisible to me. Is there something going on that prevents the housekeeping task? I don't know what housekeeping task this person is because I don't know who they even are. They shouldn't have any ability to delete any comments. I don't know how. Like, I'm just very confused about it. Okay, so Aldiosis says, I make candles, seraphim_bright on Instagram. 10% goes to missionaries my church supports. Pick 2, blueberry, lavender, cucumber, pina colada, hyacinth, island breeze, apple cider, balsam, and honey vanilla. I would pick honey vanilla and cucumber. Aldiosis. If I was choosing 2, those would be the 2. Lucas, Nick, love your content. I'm one of the poors who normally just send small chats and still get read. Is there a point you'll need to cap it? You may reach a point where the low chats come in faster than you can read them. They already are during trials. At some point, maybe. I don't know. I'm resistant to making that change. But it's if there's always the possibility of change. Right now, I'm doing this the way I know and trying to stick with it. Frig Snowden says, don't care if it gets read or not. Thank you for all your hard work. Since such room is left for Johnny's team for rebuttal due to their amazing time management, can they call defense witnesses? If they wanted to, they could call defense witnesses, but they'd probably rather call people from their own list. Abe Eckstein, is Colby Boothman coming on after your Twitter spat? He'd be welcome. If Colby Boothman wants to come on the show, he can just message me on Twitter or whatever. I'd be happy to have him on. If you guys don't know, Colby Boothman was the young Velociraptor trainer in one of the Jurassic Worlds, and he and I had a brief, very cordial exchange since I made fun of Jurassic World, and he mentioned that if anyone needed an example of a young person who had a role in a massive franchise film whose career didn't just take off, he's one of those guys. So he's the majority of Hollywood. What people may not remember is that the majority of Hollywood is actors who do not take off. These people that we see and recognize the names of are the top 1%, maybe the top 0.5% of people involved in these productions. That's why the statement that Amber Heard as Mira, who cares, was going to somehow have a career that skyrocketed after her role as Mira in Justice League and Aquaman is nonsensical. If people don't resonate with the character and the actress, one of 2 things happens. The character gets recast or the character gets ignored. One of those, like, that's just how it goes. Now, of course, we have to account for like some levels of wokeness and trying to push certain agendas. But Amber Heard made the classic error. She made an error and her agents not recognizing this. Actually, she should probably fire her talent agent. Do not get cast as a white redhead in Hollywood right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you need to be, if they're like, oh, why don't you play this white redheaded character? You got to change the hair color. So you know what? I see this going in a different direction because white redheaded characters gone. They're getting replaced constantly. Can't do it. So Amber Heard's an idiot for actually taking a white redheaded character. It's true. I only speak the truth. It's very uncomfortable for some people, except for people who properly don't like the Irish. But it's very uncomfortable. But yeah, white redheads getting replaced in Hollywood left and right. Ginger side, you can find all sorts of. There are much better authorities than than me on this. I just take their learned experience, like Eric July, a friend of mine who talks about this with some level of regularity. Big shout out to Eric July. If you want to check out the ginger side, he will happily help inform you. Does this dress make my AZ look big? Yes. Can I get a toast for heated unbreaded? Also, isn't men's Rhea incredibly sexist? Shouldn't it be non-binary Rhea or some such, or maybe diarrhea? Yes. Yes. Let me do the liquor tonight is Kilkeman Isle Scotch. It's very smoky. It's very good. To a heated unbreaded. When you're unbreaded, you got to be heated. And if you're having an unbreaded dinner, it better be warm. Cheers to you, heated unbreaded. The last moron Heekin. If you're a witness for Amber's team, when is the proper time to crap your pants after seeing what happened to the guy before them? And does seeing that have any influence on them? Well, frankly, when Camille Vasquez is the one who is handling your testimony, that's definitely when. And then with the guy who did the cross-examination of the experts, there's like a 60% chance that you should crap your pants when he's up there. I'm told. I don't have time to review any of the other LawTube channels. Again, no, outside of Joe spiking a baby, which I disavow, and I think is very, very awful of Joe to do that. But I don't have time to watch their content. I think they're all wonderful people. They're all very smart, and they have very valuable and interesting perspectives. I am told that some of the fellow LawTubers did not find the cross-examination of the psychologist today or psychiatrist today to be, they thought it wasn't good. They thought it was a bad cross. I cannot picture a world in which that cross-examination was good for Amber, I should say, was anything other than good for Johnny. I cannot see it. So I don't know what they saw. I don't know what their analysis was. I'm not even sure. I read about that, that someone was talking about that. And I was like, I have no idea how you could watch that and think that anything other than a sledgehammer, like a Gallagher sledgehammer to a watermelon, happened on stand. And that guy just imploded, in my opinion. Matthew Miller, best case scenario comp, I think, was Megan Fox when she did Transformers. Maybe. And her career didn't explode, I don't think. Man, she was good looking in that movie, though. So let's see. She's only got 44 credits, so she's got even less credits than Amber Heard. Wait a minute, she was in Bad Boys 2? Oh, well, I got to go rewatch Bad Boys 2. Megan Fox was in Bad Boys 2 credited or uncredited as Stars and Stripes Bikini Kid dancing under waterfall. Wait, Bikini Kid? That's weird. Never mind. I don't want to go back and watch that. The hell is that? Very weird. Transformers. So she does some TV shows. She's in 134 episodes of Ocean Avenue. And then she's in a couple episodes of The Help. Don't do the math. Think she was 16? She was 16? No, disavowed. I should have read the title of her thing before I just read bikini. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to go watch that. And then like kid, oh, fuck that. Okay. So then, yeah, she's in Transformers, 48 episodes of Hope and Faith. So she has this long TV career. And then she goes to Transformers. Then she's in Whore, Transformers, Jennifer's Body, Jonah Hex. She's in the Love the Way You Lie video. The Dictator. This is 40. She was really funny in that movie. I like that. Then she's in the Ninja Turtles as April O'Neil. She is. And she's in New Girl. That's a great show. Very funny. Okay, and then a bunch of weird stuff. Let's see. She's in a movie every couple years, and then 2019 was a pretty good year for her. Well, 3 movies, but none of them of any note. So, anyway, yeah, Megan Fox might be a better comparable. I don't know. I mean, the reality is, I think Megan Fox is a better actor than Amber Heard too. Amber Heard to me has no value. I saw Justice League. I don't remember her being in it. Did I see Justice League? Wait, I might be conflating that with Batman versus Superman. No, it was just which one had Doomsday in it? I don't remember which one had Doomsday in it. Batman versus Superman. Oh, okay. Okay, that was Batman. Okay, then I don't think I did see Justice League, which I'm fine with. I really hate the DC movies 99% of the time. Okay, next, Clay Nation. Why can't today's damages expert dismiss Johnny Depp's claims because Pirate 6 hasn't been written yet, but 100% testify that Amber Heard's lawsuit is justified on movies that haven't been written yet? Because she's dishonest, and anybody listening could see that. Like that doesn't jive. At best, and there's conflicting testimony on this. They didn't highlight the conflicting testimony, and I assume Mr. Hameda will clarify it on his deposition testimony. But there's conflicting testimony as to whether or not Amber Heard even has a written in role for Aquaman 3 in her contract, right? Like the lady testified to that today, but Amber Heard's agent didn't testify to that. She said that the Justice League was a 3-movie deal. Justice League, Aquaman 1, Aquaman 2. She didn't mention Aquaman 3. This lady today throws it in there, and I'm not so sure if that's actually accurate because we're not looking at, we're not able to see those contracts. Timothy Reaper says the next actress to play Mira will be Whoopi Goldberg. Mira gets eaten by Ursula. Casey McCoy, Nick, in your Mark Richards voice. Objection, Your Honor. She pooed in the bed. I don't know why. Trainer Red says even Psaki got replaced by a black check. Yes, the ginger side is real. Even Jen Psaki is not White House press secretary, not immune to the ginger side. You like our Megan Fox a lot better than Thumbtoes Megan Fox? Well, yeah. Yeah. Megan Fox from PJ Media is great, hilarious, engaging, charming. Megan Fox from the thing was just, she was just a actress in some movies. Ulysses, thanks for the donation. Jonathan Prezios, I am sorry I was watching Legal Bites today. They didn't say the doc from you were sorry. You don't have to apologize. You have to do penance and go to confession, but they didn't say the doc from Back to the Future testimony was good for Amber, but they did believe the cross was really bad. Kurt, I believe specifically, really didn't like it. I can't fathom that being a bad cross. He made that guy look terrible. In my opinion. I don't know. Nick pronounces pneumonia with the P. Yes, pneumonia. Okay. Nicole Cabez says, check your email. I sent you the link to Elaine and the psychiatrist whispering about lying in the courtroom. Wait, let me throw these on. That can't be real. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Come on. Okay, well, I've got a timestamp. I didn't get your email yet, but I got a timestamp on it. Just a second. Here we go. So wait, if we go to Sky News, Joe is stepping on my time slot. Oh, where's my history? Here we go. Sky News. Let's see. And it was 1 hour, 1 minute, 22 seconds. Let me switch my audio channel here. Okay, so 1 hour, 1 minute, 22 seconds. I'm going to crank the volume up on this so we can hear it, and we'll see what happens, okay? Let me share this with you guys. We'll see together what we hear. All right, here we go. I'm a couple seconds before. Holy shit! Did you guys hear that? No way. No way. Let me turn it up. I'll turn it up to the maximum that I can turn it up to. Hold on. Okay, this is the maximum I can turn it up to. Here we go. It's quiet, so you're gonna have to crank your headphones, but nothing's gonna blow your ears out. I'll try and I'll move my mic away so I'm not so loud. Here we go. Man, that sure. Here we go. I'm coming back on. Turn you back down. Turn down. That sure sounded like he said, is there something I'm not allowed to lie about? Whoa. I mean, that's insane. One more time. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Someone out there who's better at everything than I am should maybe do like an analysis of this. It's at 1 hour and 22 minutes, or 1 hour, 1 minute, 22 seconds. So I'm back to 117. Okay, I'm going away. So you can crank your volume if you want. I've got it maxed out here. I've got 600% volume increase here. And I've got it maxed out, piped out to you guys. So let me turn my headphones up so I can hear this. Okay, here we go. I mean, okay, I'm coming back. Turn yourself down. It's not muted. It's really, really quiet. Oh, wait, no, that one was muted. Hold on. That one was my screw up. Hold on. Here we go. All right. One more time. Here we go. Here we go. Gosh. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm coming back. Turn yourselves down. Turn yourselves down. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. That's wild. That's wild. I will say I can't be 100% sure that that's what he said. I can't be 100% sure, but man, it sounds like it. It sure sounds like it. Whoa. It sure sounds like, is there something I'm not allowed to lie about? Good catch. Whoever got that. I mean, wow. Wow. I don't think he said talk to me. He didn't say talk. There's no hard sounds in that word. It's a soft phonetic word. Very weird. Okay, thank you for that. That was nuts. Allegan News says, I once was in community play 20 years ago. My career path would be pulling 300 million today if it was not for Bob saying I poop in beds. Yeah, Allegan News, but you did though. That's the problem. The truth is the defense to defamation for you. Oh, get the hell off my screen. Does this dress make my ass look big? Yes, it does. Thank you for the donation. Pixie. Can't type. Why is it every time I hear and see Dr. Spiegel does Smeagol Gollum from Lord of the Rings pop in my head? Probably because of all the mouth moving he did. I figured he was just going to pick up a fish and bite the head off of it. Justin Watkins says, Doc Brown, crazy man. I don't think hurt or help Johnny Depp. Even if the jury comes back undecided, I think Johnny still wins, getting his side out to millions of people. Would you agree or disagree? Oh, yeah, I think Johnny's already won effectively. I mean, he's got support from he's got support from a battered women's shelter. He's got support from random actors in Hollywood who are not random so much as A-listers. That should tell you just about everything. If these people are feeling safe to follow Johnny Depp on Instagram or whatever, then they're feeling a little bit less confident in Amber's credibility right now. Jack Sparrow says, what, if anything, did you think about the lawyer from Florida that ran people down with her car because the voices in her head told her she needed to kill people? I've only heard the story. I haven't read it, but of course, or haven't read it. I've heard about it. Of course, anybody like that, one, belongs in Florida, and two, is a danger to society and should be removed. Jonathan Prezio says, is there something I don't know about? I think is what's actually said. It may be. I don't think they're going to pursue this. And they would have to be 1,000,000% sure to bring that before the judge. But man, again, if someone has better audio, that would be super helpful for them to look into. It's certainly worth listening to for Johnny Depp's team. And if they can make the claim, if they can make it with confidence and have the audio cranked way up, that would be horrifying for them, because that'd be Elaine suborning perjury in a way. And so I'm hesitant to actually say she did that, but that's what it would be. Highly unethical. Somber SF, ignoring that whispering part, do you think the doctor's testimony was actually unethical, judging it at face value? No, I don't think so. Just hopped in, haven't watched back to see if it was commented on. No, his admission that it was unethical means it otherwise should have been stricken. If he's going to sit there, listen to the rule, and say and espouse about how that means that you can't have expert witness testimony, which is completely wrong, by the way. Expert witness testimony does not require a diagnosis about a specific person or even a diagnosis of traits of a specific person. None of those opinions need to be made on expert testimony. What you do in many cases for expert testimony is the expert will talk about circumstances and scenarios, not from the case, but totally from the case, in the hypothetical that would explain what narcissistic traits look like. So you would say, okay, narcissistic traits are this. So, for example, if you have someone who must control the conversation by perhaps stonewalling the person and leaving whenever the conversation isn't going their way, that's a trait of narcissism because narcissists can't be wrong. So that's not about Johnny Depp. That's not him rendering an opinion in this case. That's him giving an example of a narcissistic trait. Now, I made that up to all you weirdo psych majors pretending that your degree has any value. To all of you who are going to criticize me on that, go ahead. That's fine. But I'm just throwing out an off-the-cuff example. It's probably not true. All right. But that's the idea. Experts are often testifying about circumstances in which facts could arise without applying them to the case because they don't often have personal knowledge of the case. So they're not a fact witness. They're an expert witness. And that informs the way that they testify. Now, with psych, it gets a little bit different for Amber Heard because her mental health state is at issue because of her counterclaim. For Johnny Depp, it's not. And I actually think any testimony about Johnny Depp's mental state from an expert witness is highly, should not be allowed. I think it's highly prejudicial. It's not an issue in the case. It's not part of damages. It's been ruled against multiple times on compelling him to appear before a psychologist or psychiatrist. So to me, it should not be allowed. But that's my opinion. Obviously, this judge has ordered differently. Law Nerd Clip says, YouTube nuked my unbreaded channel, so I made this Rumble channel for the pages and backed them up. That's rumble.com, user Law Nerd Clips U, which I assume is unbreaded. Yeah, Law Nerd Clips unbreaded. I will continue adding more pages and subscribe to it if you are also unbreaded. So that's over on Rumble. If you enjoy that segment, Law Nerd Clips clips them out. Yes, they have my permission to do so, and it's perfectly fine. Does this dress make my ass look big? Said the toast for heated unbreaded was basically a toast for toast, and the AZ part was for heel versus baby fist. A play on does this dress make my derriere look big? No, I know. But AZ capitalized, I thought maybe you meant Arizona. So I wasn't sure if it was as from heel versus babyface or just Arizona. Peter K. Warner Brothers replaced Amber Heard in Aquaman 2 with Rocky Dennis. Dr. Spiegel looks exactly like the Muppet, Sam the Eagle. Haha. Who the hell's Rocky Dennis? Oh, come on now. Okay. Sorensen Farms. What, if anything, would you speculate might happen if could happen if they could prove that's what they said in the clip? Oh, it'd be horrendous. They would probably strike his testimony from the jury. Maybe recommend Elaine for sanctions. I mean, and those sanctions could include all sorts of penalties, from financial penalties up to special instruction, or around special instructions about what the jury's allowed to consider, etc. So we'll see. Agony for Hope says it was, I relied on testimony. No, is there something I don't know about? Whatever cat lady said worried him. Again, I didn't hear that, but you might have more audio oomph than I do. Okay, here we go. Seeing Blind 2 says, can I get a shout out for my mom's Give Send Go campaign? quote, help feed the strays of Morris Avenue in the Bronx. Whether $1 or a prayer, everything helps. Thank you. So that's on Give, Send, Go. Help feed the strays of Morris Avenue in the Bronx. That's Seeing Blind's mom. Ryan North, I've got a TCPA hearing tomorrow. Wish me luck, LawTube chat. You've got a TCPA hearing? Wait, are you a lawyer doing the TCPA hearing? Or are you suing someone or being sued? Which one is it? Corey Landreth. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, she's making it pitch black. I'll be right back. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Always got to resolve kid issues in the middle of a show because they won't go to sleep. uh, what? Oh, hi. Hello. Yes. Yes. Okay, go to bed, cutie. Get out of here. Close my door. Okay. All right. Okay, Corey Landreth, thank you for all the great content. Are there any scenarios in which Johnny gets Amber Heard to pay his attorney's fees for the case? Yeah. Also, please wish me luck on the bar exam this July. I will need it because this trial is distracting me from prep. No, you can do it, Corey. You got plenty of time to do so. Yeah, I would assume the jury can award fees as part of the verdict. So yeah, I can't see what the problem with that would be. Simbo. I was watching Legal Mindsets live earlier. I don't know if you caught it, but they went through Spiegel's reviews and someone posted that their father committed suicide due to his malpractice. Yes, I have seen that. You know, an online review, you never know the circumstances or situation. Dr. Spiegel seems slimy to me. I don't know if I'd go so far as to automatically, without thought, validate whatever that person is claiming. But yes, that is something that was definitely mentioned, we'll say, in a review. Didactics with David Lopez says, I believe pirate stuff and their booty led to monkeypox, but you can fact check me. It's all the ass pirates' fault. Okay. Large Black Bear. I wonder if Amber Heard is fuming even more as hearing how much Elaine is getting shut down in Depot. Ollie McKenzie Har says, hi, funny guys. Are the pics shown in evidence? I can't remember what depot that was from. I think I had actually answered that one. But if they show the jury, then they're in evidence. If they don't show the jury, they might not be. Too Many Clamps says in Mark Richards' voice, given Amber Heard emotional testimony. There I was with Mr. Depp, and he violated my dignity right right in the courtroom, and I don't I don't even know how to deal with it or process what happened. He said, "Get this pirate hook, you filthy lawyer," and um, there you go. That's that's who we got. OC 5150 Elaine looking like the attorney equivalent of Fight Club and losing badly. That's somebody. I would instruct the witness not to answer the question on the grounds of attorney-client privilege. Oh God, that was terrible. Voice is not up for Elmo. Short the banks. Elaine sounded so pathetic regarding her line of questioning of Waldman. Damages Amber, correct? Ashton de Rojas, you think Elaine and company are just trying to charge Amber more money for their waste of time out of spite for her throwing them under the bus in her testimony? No, I don't think so. They've budgeted out the whole time. They're going to use the whole time. TLJ Screwjob, who's more of a Chad, 50-year Hollywood Chad from this case, or just had heart surgery last week and drove here myself, police Chad from Kim Potter? That dude from the Kim Potter trial was hilarious. That guy was great. Squirrel Knight, a Dr. Mommy in the hand is better than a turd on the marital bed. Agreed? Yes. Chrissy, drinking game, drink every time I accept the instruction. Everyone is smashed. Also dead. Creationeer Gaming, what are the chances Dr. Muffins comes back in rebuttal to link her diagnosis with Amber's actions on the stand? High. Very high. Chris, Elaine, what did Mr. Depp tell you? Ben Chu, objection on grounds of attorney-client privilege. Elaine, what, if anything, did Mr. Depp tell you? I think that actually happened. Oh my gosh. Jim, same instructions, same grounds. Black Tiger 001. Cat Lady went through this with Adam, and Ben then decided to have Camille do it for the court. Not a lawyer, but even I am getting a handle on the rules. Kelly Joyner, did Elaine go to Acme School of Law? Seriously. Mop Hop, does all this instructions notice from Depp's lawyer eating into Depp's time? Or is this because this is all unheard? Objections are neutral time. Objections and their arguments are neutral time, to my understanding. Poker says, can we get a hey flawed in Richard's voice? A hey flawed. Shout out to Flawedzilla in the chat. And let's welcome him to the world of watching the insanity that is YouTube. What's up, Flawedzilla? How you doing, man? Let's see. Michael McCartney, has anyone investigated this lawyer to find out which cereal box she got her law degree from? Elaine getting roasted. Alex Iao, how would you like to be the lawyer that has to relive all of this again? While is she torturing the jury into compliance? Truth be told, Elaine thinks this is good for Amber. Elaine and Biden have the same brain. Lauren says she's just trying to tell a narrative, asking questions she knows can and will not be answered. It's blunt and bashing. Jury is surely asleep. Yep. Gunner, dwelling on Adam Waldman's statements this long sure seems to help focus the jury on the idea that Heard's friends did exactly what Waldman accuses them of. Kinda. Devil's Advocate, I need a t-shirt of same instruction, same reason. I kind of want one that just says, what if anything, and then hashtag LawTube underneath it. I think that'd be a good shirt. Cavaliers 60, we need a I accept the instruction shirt. Let's see. Oh, I just read that one. Jimmy the Hand, is Elaine an idiot? She must know he can't answer the questions. What's the point? Yes. Somebody else, same instruction, same ground. The newest hit from Benjamin Chu coming this summer. Can we get your best Judge Schrader from Rittenhouse? Not right now. I don't think so. Jennifer C., I'm sorry, is being played on loop. Fire Sky 15, is this some kind of PR move? Look at all the questions he didn't answer, covering for Johnny, blah. Yeah, and I think it flopped. I think it completely flopped on them. Let's see. What do we got here? This is all. Here we go. DR says, why is there no recross? Is it civil versus criminal or a Virginia thing? I'm surprised when there is recross. I was not familiar with recross in my practice. We got redirect and that's it. So it Might be, I think it's probably court specific. It's really what the judge wants to allow, right? It's what the rules of civil procedure of the state have, and then what the judge wants to allow in their courtroom. Yeah, DUI guy has legal tube, not law tube. The reason there is a channel that is LawTube that exists, and they also have a webpage. And they pre-exist any stupid mentions of LawTube on the Rittenhouse streams. I still maintain, always have, that it was not a good name, never was a good name, but it's stuck. Blackjack Gaming, DC simply pledged they were going to pay Amber Heard more. Stephen McAfee, in my analysis, I pledged $4 million per movie to Amber Heard. Does that work now? Garrett Barley, in Richard's voice, every day is a 5:30 day. Let's see. Chuck Strum. Question should be, if Heard is not an Aquaman, then will fans care, or will that hurt the box office? Of course they won't care. If Heard is not an Aquaman, no one except the trade publications that push a strong female narrative care if Amber Heard plays Mira in Aquaman. The movie is Aquaman. And if Mira was non-existent, I don't think anybody gives a shit at all. What, if anything, would compel you to watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Having the time to do it. That's all. Mike Catalano Music. This is a massacre. Johnny's lawyer is incompetent, stutters too much. This woman is destroying him. I don't think the woman destroyed Johnny's lawyer. I certainly don't think that Dennison is incompetent. His manner of speaking, his speech impediment is, it's a little off-putting, but I think it's also disarming. And I think it worked really well with several witnesses in the case. I don't think it worked as well with the lady lawyer, but she ended up not looking good on her own. Dredd says, did Aquaman make more than the Joker? Yes. I can't remember, but I know which one was the better movie. Yeah, Aquaman out-earned the Joker. Joker made a ton, though. Salty Humors, where is the visual for this analysis? Joker may have made more based on production costs also. Salty Humors, where's the visual for this analysis? Did she include analysis of actors and actresses who appeared as a supporting role and then did not go to an upward trending trajectory in their acting career? No, of course not. It's like that lady's analysis of Amber Heard's career was like Mikey's analysis of how well this 2016 Honda Civic is going to be running in 4 years when you definitely buy it today. And it's only got 178,000 miles on it, right? Like that. It's the same analysis. He's like, well, we look at other cars bought on this lot. Some of them last a really long time. There's no reason to think this one won't. You know what I'm saying? This will be great. This will be a great car. It'll be wonderful. Kick the tire. Don't kick them too hard, but you should kick the tires totally. Matej Bosela says, why are there only clowns today? I was promised experts. Anna Molly says, can a lawyer ask questions to their team, ask for help quietly during examination? Yes. Yes, they can. Mike V. I wish Hunter Thompson was still alive. I would have loved to see him testify about Johnny, assuming you could trick him to come to court. Stania Gorez, I thought the cross by what's his name on Johnny's team of the Hollywood Expert this afternoon trailed off ineffectively at the end. Yes, I think it did at the end. But I think, again, I think the meat of it was fine. I don't think anybody cared what she had to say. And I think she exposed her biases pretty clearly throughout the testimony. What's your take? P.S. Cheers as I sip my beer. Well, I just gave you my take, so you got it. Squizgar says Aquaman made 70% of its box office returns from overseas, mostly China. Joe Schmo, one of three, says in Judge Borowski's voice, how would he handle Heard's team doing cross-examination after their time ran out? I told you what would happen. You can't come into my courtroom and waste my time. We've heard all of these witnesses 1,000 percentage times, and frankly, I'm being held hostage right now by my court reporter, and she's going to strangle you and then me if I let another person come in and she has to type another word. So it's not happening. No, denied. Get out. Atlas Knife and Tool. So Amber Heard was pledged $4 million for Aquaman 3. Is Elon still predicted to appear? No. Or have the accusations put the kibosh on that? He had stopped. He was not going to appear before the accusations. Elon was allegedly never properly served in the case, and so he didn't even sit for video deposition. Palmyra Productions told you this guy is one of John's attorneys. I can't deal with. He stutters, he stumbles, he doesn't attack when he should. Camille would have made fire. But again, I'll say on the doctor's testimony, he was devastating. And there was another expert. Oh, the social media expert. He clowned that guy in mere minutes. Sometimes he's fire and sometimes he's not. 18 Apple 7. This entire line of questioning is kind of silly. Stephen D. Can they stop sending the stuttering lawyer out? Question is, why does Ben Chu not cross-examine more? Who knows? We don't know what the internal dynamics are on that case. Backlog, thank you for the donation. Anime and Lifting, she lied. She spoke to Amber about the part being cut down. Tara Rayner, why is the judge telling Elaine to ask her a particular way? Because the judge wants to get through it. Here's the other thing. We're not in the courtroom. The judge is. The judge sees the jury. The judge sees Elaine. The judge knows what's going on. And the judge sometimes just wants them to get through their point. Because, she's looking at the jury and they're all asleep. Here, just please get through this question. I don't think that it was that big of a deal. And she did it before for someone else. Goofy Foot says Dr. Cliff Clavin did the perfect slack jaw smacking impression of Jim Ignatowski from Taxi. Found the clip. Wish I could post them together. Yeah, sorry. I have to turn off links in the chat. Otherwise, all the Chinese spam bots come in and they promise you pornography and then send you to the CCP. David Bright says, appreciate all the insights on this and the other cases. Hey, thank you, David. 4 Doors More Horror says, just me, or as the judge's rulings kind of suck today? Not really any more than any other day. She was relatively okay. JMD Reed, I disagree with a bunch of them, but JMD Reed, Aquaman only made as much as it did because Wet Housewives went to see shirtless Jason Momoa. Amber Heard had no impact on sales. Isabel Jimenez, why can't they enter Amber's acting reviews? I wish they would just read a couple of them because they're brutal. Tara Rayner, the Pirates, alpacas are outside. Little Fox and Jay. Amber wore the black tie and white shirt because her IMDb photo for Aquaman image. Natasha says, I'm sick of hearing what, if anything. Me too. Tara Rayner, objection, Your Honor. Elaine is laying the poop on pretty thick. Nana Party Time. Thank you for the sticker. I love how the one expert tried to just completely discredit the poop on the bed story. It's like, yeah, that is very ridiculous. If you believe that, it's like, bitch, I've seen the picture. That's not a Yorkie. It's a Yorkie size poop in that it's as big as a Yorkie. Viva told me he doesn't get Chinese bots. If that's so, where does he get his porn? No idea. Potato Raven, has she hurt Johnny's? What are his chances to win? I don't think the damages expert hurt Johnny. She did mildly help Amber. There was no way around this. Now they have testified to some damages. There are at least facts for a jury to consider. Up until today, there weren't. Now there are. And that's the jury's free to disbelieve her, but that's an issue before the jury to help survive dismissal. I still don't think they have Johnny's statements or Adam Waldman's statements tied to Johnny Depp at this point in time. I still think the claim is subject to dismissal, even though I don't think the judge will do it. Diacent Demorin Khan says, $6.50 an hour. Where do I sign up for her job? Go be an expert in anything. Expert witnesses can get paid very, very well. The jobs for expert witnesses are few and far between, but you typically have some sort of expertise that is otherwise marketable. Rose in the Pine says Aquaman only made what it did because women like me, who don't even like action hero movies, wanted to see Jason Momoa's gorgeous bod. The movie sucked, to be honest. Oh, the reviews on Aquaman are like 3 out of 5 stars. And for a major studio production blockbuster, they're embarrassingly bad. And like all of the experts who get up there, experts, and they're talking about how, oh, there weren't any negative reviews of Aquaman at all. Everything was praised. That's complete bullshit. The reviews of Aquaman have lots of criticism going on. I'm not saying it's the worst movie ever, but like saying that it was without flaw and there no one detracted from it is not true. Mike Hawkerts, at first I wasn't sure about Johnny Depp's lawyer on Cross on Dr. Smeagol, but then I realized he was just letting him hang himself. Unkempt hair and came off as a bit manic. Psychology doc should probably analyze himself or analyze himself, however you want to take that. Muzi in 87, imagine if you were in a courtroom and to get around leading questions, all you had to do was stick your finger in your nose while repeating the question, how is what, if any different? It's not. I hate it. Now, what, if anything, can be an open-ended question? It can be. But the way Elaine keeps using it is very much a leading question. What, if anything, do you have to, did you analyze in reference to Johnny Depp's statements about this and how he beat Amber Heard? Well, I mean, that's a leading question. Pretty much a leading question. Devil's advocate, weren't the Waldman statements made within an article that was generally negative towards Heard? Has the expert distinguished the effect of the Waldman statements versus the remainder of the article? One, I don't know. Two, no. The expert didn't seem to make any distinguishment at all. It's just the Waldman statements. Kimberly Ashcraft, I've never heard of Amber Heard or Mira prior to her dropping a deuce in Johnny's bed. What, if any, event/person made her famous? Johnny Depp. She should thank him, not countersue. She sucks as an actor. I am Alfarius. This is a lie. I don't know who played Captain Kirk, but trust me, bro, I'm an expert. I mean, her expertise on damages within Hollywood and her lack of knowledge about the people that she picked, that looked so bad to me. That looks so bad. MDA 187, she says Aquaman is highest. It's not. Currently 24th, peaked at 20th. She also says that none of the comps are as high. Zendaya is at current 6th. DCV Titan, subject to recall. When? Well, she could be recalled by Johnny's team, or if Amber's Heard's team wants to call her tomorrow, they could call her back in the morning. Haley Simmons, when Elaine gets objected and goes, could she should be allowed to, it drives me nuts. Is it standard practice to argue every objection? Yes, you defend your questions, but usually, well, the court either allows speaking objections or they don't, but this court doesn't seem to allow speaking objections in open court, and they're supposed to go to sidebar. For whatever reason, Elaine just ignores that. Abe Eckstein says, I clipped you inviting Colby Boothman and tagged him. He just responded on Twitter that he's down. Hey, cool. I'll hit him up. That'd be fun. Talk to him about making movies. Talk to him about the reality of Hollywood for the majority of people. So I needed a bite of sustenance. Stephen Kluber says, Amber's brown on white suit, just like the grumpy on the sheets. D what? Get hard, walk hard, and stay hard. Flush a turd. The last moron Heekin. If you were one of these witnesses on Amber's team waiting to be called on stand, do you start crapping your pants after seeing what's happened to the guy before you? Maybe. X says Kirsten Dunst and Brie Larson more comparable actors. Kirsten Dunst had a better career, I think. Has Brie Larson done anything outside of Captain Marvel that anybody cares about? I mean, that's saying that people care about Captain Marvel. So she's in The Room. Although Captain Marvel was 2019. She was in Avengers Endgame 2019. She's at least got 71 credits. Oh, she was in Kong Skull Island. What is she in anything else? The Marvels? Oh God. Fast X. Lessons in Chemistry. These are new. Shang-Chi uncredited. The Do Project. That's a video short. Between Two Ferns, the movie, sort of uncut interviews. Just Mercy. Yeah, her career really has not gone anywhere impressive since Marvel. But I tell you what, I'd rather be in all the Marvel movies than any of the DC movies as an actor. Okay. Let's see. President-elect, 4 doors, more whores. Be relieved the defense has to stop by tomorrow. Yeah, no kidding. Paul Ortiz says, I still can't get Amber's laugh out of my head in that one video Johnny caught her secretly recording him on. Whatever happened to in sickness and in health. Torthea, worst line today had to be doodling candy equals domestic violence. That was so stupid. Pablo, that's narcissism. Doodling and eating candy in court has nothing to do with narcissism. That's just ridiculous. But everybody in court wishes they were doodling and eating candy, frankly. Pavlovich Malixi says, does the time spent in cross examining the defense experts by the plaintiff's team count towards the Heard's time or towards Depp's time? Love your work. Super important trial to be following. On direct, for Amber's case in chief, on direct and redirect, it's Amber's time. And on cross, it's Johnny's time. So that's why they did burn about 3 hours today. It was the cross examinations. Michelle Gerard says, so can you picture how Amber's lawyers will work with their limited time frame? No. I mean, they're just going to have to stop calling witnesses at some point. I think tomorrow they come in and rest. I can't imagine. I mean, they could call Johnny to the stand, I guess. But if they do that, they're going to burn up a bunch of time and then not have really any time for cross-exam on all of Johnny's rebuttal witnesses. So I think they come in and rest and then try and budget the time out for the witnesses that follow. Chris Willauer, is Elaine really that bad of a lawyer, or has she been given an impossible task and doing her best? No, both. They've got bad facts. That's true. But she's also a poor lawyer. Her questions are not good. They're not well thought out. They're not very effective at eliciting the testimony she wants. And she comes across as incompetent while asking questions by really struggling to get questions out, getting destroyed on objections, getting flustered on every objection. She comes across negatively as well as having bad facts. Endless N 2646 just found out I'll be making it to Matsuri on that Saturday, then going to the Sum 41 Simple Plan concert on Sunday. Going to bring you a bottle of Legion bourbon as a gift. Looking forward to meeting you. Hey, cool. Sounds fun, man. Thanks. M says there have been 34 Marvel movies since 2008 and only 25 Bond movies since 1953, but there's only a limited pool. Also, I don't know if you can, but you should play Red Letter's Aquaman review, specifically 5 to 25 to 5 to 55 about the 5 minutes, 55 seconds about the chemistry. I probably could, but I don't want to pull that up right now. Many chats to get through. Jill Sanderson, for Andrew, I gifted my attorney's son Get Hard, and he loved it. I noticed its face out on his bookshelf in his office and is dog-eared. Very cool. Rosie 1, thank you for the donation. JD for the win. When WB Depot comes in, it will prove Amber's agent is lying and it will nullify Amber's expert damages witness. CB Haas, after the candy question, Camille grabbed a mint. Ben Chu grabbed something too and just ate it immediately. Jeff Exodus, so you would make these claims if any one of the jury was being lied about instead of Depp without ever meeting? Best question for the psychiatrist. Natasha, I hope the alpaca doesn't spit on him. That would be comedic gold. Felipe read that one. President-elect, 4 doors, more horse. Does Joe have a pierced tongue? Big if true. I think he had nicotine gum. Pretty sure that's what was on Joe's tongue in the video, is nicotine gum. D, what? When the verdict comes in, someone needs to release doves, preferably by the alpacas. Mac aside, Joe fears the alpacalypse. Melissa Williamson at YouTubers, where are you going now? I'm 10 minutes out from the courthouse and would love to treat you to some libations and food. Oh, sorry. Alberto Bonsanto, Joe reminds me of the actor who plays Hellboy, Ron Perlman. That's mean to Joe. Doug Murray, Rackets, I figured it out. Joe is Tobias Funky from Arrested Development. Alpaca Putts. Catherine S. Joe is in the house. Chris Way, we need a flash mob to sing Hoist the Color one of these days of the trial. Anna P. Nick, you and Joe bicker like siblings. Any relation between you two? No, only by religion. David TBK, just kidding. That's a joke. I'm not Jewish. David TBK, Raggets, let me know if you need me to hold someone's place in line or if someone needs a bed. I live 3 miles from Fairfax Courthouse and I'm willing to do it. Okay. I don't know how to let you know, but I think they have line holders. Peggy Reilly, thank you for the sticker. Jen says, hashtag test the turd. Love your stream and intel. Tara Rayner, Dr. S looks like the Tales from the Crypt Keeper dude. Yes. Hello, boys and ghouls. Asaj Ventris. Court TV shared a list of witnesses out of the 16 witnesses that are to appear for Johnny Depp, including him, who can be most lethal for Amber's case. Jennifer Howell. And the flight attendant and the Hicksville person. Those three, I mean, I figured they didn't know who they were. Those three will be devastating. If they have testimony that counters that whole, Johnny Depp never grabbed anybody's wrist, never yelled at anybody, never pushed anybody. What are they going to say? Those are very lethal. That one Doom guy, what's more believable, Amber's testimony or DSP's bankruptcy papers? Oh, gosh. Do I have to choose? Caleb Smiles, the movie Notting Hill shows actors using earbuds as a matter of course. Josh Fairley, turd got fleeced for $60K, and this chick testified like she just tried to memorize her IMDb page 5 minutes before she took the stand. I agree. That was a poor showing for $60,000. Meg McDonald, thanks for the trial coverage. Nick, here's half a gallon of gas. Thanks. Frederick Little, so I heard this guy once walked up to Jason while he was cutting his grass. Jason said, hi, I'm Jason, and this is Momoa. $87889. Can they change the lawyer to cross-examine the lady at the end to Camille instead of Dennis? No. No, they can't. Daydreamer Pictures, look at Star Meter on IMDb. Amber Heard is at number 1. This matters. I don't know what the hell Star Meter is on IMDb. Celebs. Most popular celebs. Is that it? Amber Heard, number 1. Johnny Depp, number 4. Amber Heard, number 1. Johnny Depp, number 4. Ellen Barkin, number 5. This just checks who people are Googling right now. So you've got Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, Ellen Barkin being all involved in this very major media event that's going on. That's why they're getting tons of play. What I'm really curious about is coming in at 13, Nev Campbell. That doesn't make sense to me at all. Who the fuck cares about Nev Campbell anymore? Cat's Crazy Life. Just so everyone knows, Johnny is a movie star, not a narcissist. I would have strongly fought that as a psychiatric nurse. That is not accurate. Yeah, I agree. Jensen Zeiger, I think she just mispronounced mediocre. A mediocre rise. Insert name here. My impression of the cross was the witness didn't have any knowledge that she should have, so he got thrown off and quit those lines of inquiry. Maybe. Check my IMDb page. Yeah, why am I not high on the Star Meter thing? Very offensive. Yeah, Nick is a writer and director, known for law explaining, Jawbreakers, and something else. I am not 5'4". Damn it. All right. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. William Barnes says, ineffective assistance of counsel doesn't mean they suck at being a lawyer. It means they showed up high on both meth and codeine and in their underwear. Anything less than that, you get away with. You almost get away with being high on meth, codeine, and in your underwear. Night says, defamation is so hard to win. Is the main purpose for Depp to improve public opinion, not win this case? Well, yeah. I mean, it's both and. If so, what is the next step if he loses? His agents hit the ground running and say all the buzz about Johnny Depp, highly popular. People are on his side. They don't care about this verdict. They don't care about the lawsuits in a negative way. They think Johnny Depp was a victim. They think he lost on a technicality or whatever. It's only if he loses. If he wins, he goes, straight to the production companies and said, I told you I never did any of this. And they say, whew, thanks. Good night, Ryan. Hope you feel better, buddy. Okay, next. Carol Holbert, just to give a shout out to Spiegel, testified for the state in one of our cases, State versus Thomas D. Husky, multiple personality disorder. He hasn't changed a bit. Dang. Let's see. Is that... Distorted Illumination says, am I in the minority for liking the judge's time limit on the sides? I don't know that you're in the minority. Most lawyers hate time limits. Time limits are limitations on how you represent your client. So that's a problem for lawyers. But I think for purposes of trial, keeping the things in check, I already think this trial is too long. Too many clamps says, Amber looking like Colonel Sanders today with the white shirt and black bow tie. It's finger chopping good. M says, Amber Heard being the #1 star right now on IB is like a certain former leader of Germany being Times Man of the Year. Thomas Percival says, the defense brought up both a bruise kit with Amber and the makeup artist, and also in photograph evidence in the ice cream photo Amber captured. Also, the makeup artist was at the penthouse the night before she filed the TRO. Yep, and they'll probably mention that on Close if they want to get into it. 3 Collies, how would you defend Johnny Depp as Vinny from My Cousin Vinny? Here, I mean, pretty. Let's see. Here we go. This sound.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
Do you need any other defense than that? I don't think you do. Oh my. Oh my. Whoo. There were a lot of chats today. A lot of chats for the daytime show. Holy cats. All right, we've got I'm gonna start grabbing some from this show in just a minute. Jassern, does time include closing arguments? No. Shame bad. Hey, remember the night Joe was wasted and painted like a Smurf? Good times. I do. Eric Alexander, justice for Johnny. Cormoran, justice for vodka, baby. Pepperoni Melons, I came in a box. Matt B, hey, Nick, how far away do you think Elaine was from saying nothing Amber says offer for the truth? Shame bad. When South Park makes the Depp trial episode, I hope they include all the law tubers. Me too. Not me. There's an actual bruise kit toward the bottom left of the sleeping Johnny Depp melted ice cream mug photo. Look at uncropped versions of the pic. Yeah, I think I read that one earlier. Eric Wolfrick. When Walden was asked what he was hired for, it fell under privilege, but if Johnny is asked, it somehow isn't. According to Joe, please help. Now, I think Joe's just wrong. I think Joe's just incorrect on his assessment. I would object to any of those. Yeah. They objected to the times in which Adam Waldman was and wasn't representing Johnny Depp. the scope of representation is within the attorney-client privilege. I mean, you know, when a lawyer is hired to appear on behalf of someone because they make the appearance, and they may represent the scope of their representation to the court in that appearance. If it's limited in scope specifically, someone will say, I'm here for the limited purpose of appearing to make the argument that the court does not have jurisdiction over so-and-so. They are not accepting jurisdiction. I am here to, I am here to present that to the court, right? Like, that's my limited purpose. I'm not authorized to accept service. I'm not authorized to do this. I'm not authorized to do that. They may do that. That would be with the consent of the client, obviously, at that point. But yeah, the rest of it, like, it's privileged. As long as the lawyer isn't complicit in illegal activity, it will remain privileged. I think Joe is just incorrect in how they would try to elicit the testimony, or how they would succeed at eliciting testimony from Johnny Depp about his relationship with Adam Waldman. Attorney Tom, your slanderous midget words do not harm me, sir. They do not harm me, sir. Ethan Westcoat, check your Twitter DM. Sent you a denoised and amped version of the audio clip. Oh, God. Do I trust this? There's a lawyer I have DMs with. I don't disclose his name because, well, you know, he can, but I don't out people. But he says, I think my favorite part of testimony today was the spoiler for a 50-year-old book and the justified indignation that this expert had no idea how important Duncan, Idaho was. That was pretty good. Okay, so here's the cleaned up audio. Let me listen to this and see how loud it is. You know what? On listening to it, there's words on the screen, and when you hear something and read the words, it has an effect of making you hear it. So I'm going to play this, but I'm not going to show you. Okay? Just a second. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share this, but I'm going to remove it from the screen. I'm going to remove it from the screen so you can just hear it. So you can't see the text. And I want you to tell me what you think. Let me boost the audio quite a bit. This might be really loud. This might get really loud. Here we go. Okay, there it was. God, that was so loud. That was so loud. Huh. Everybody probably just died right there. I don't think he says lie. I think he says, I'm allowed to rely on testimony. Is there something I'm not allowed to talk about? And I think on this video, I think that's what it says. Sounded like absolute shit. Well, yeah, let me turn it down a hair here because it was really loud. I mean, it was already boosted, so me boosting it was probably a bad move. Here, I'm going to play it again. Here we go. There it was. There it was. Yeah, that actually has completely changed my mind. I think he said talk. I think it's pretty clear in the audio. I'll share the link in the chat if you guys want to listen to it. You can do it on your own. To me, it sounds like rely on testimony. And is there something I'm not allowed to talk about? So that's what I heard. Thank you for sharing that, Ethan Westcoat. But that's what I heard. Solarial X, what would hurt Johnny Depp more, losing this case or doing a movie with Daily Wire? Oh no! Oh, come on. Poor Daily Wire. Okay. MigSubby says Waldman's depo was a huge mistake by the defense. He basically got to list all the evidence turds lying to the jury, confirming that everything a sane person thinks about the case is correct. Kara Hightower, what, if any, value do you think they get from this? This would be the hand guy. I think the hand guy came across well on direct and then crumbled on cross. That's how I felt. Purple Oblivion, Depp's team didn't kill himself. Also, you were dangerously close to being breaded and unstraight this morning. Yeah. I had 2 hours of sleep last night. Eden's Vision should play Hee Haw, Doom, and Gloom fitting. Chat Mort, 420 lol. New Age Cuck. Wait, read that one. This guy, do you plan on inviting the streamer Asmongold on as a guest? He's a prominent streamer on Twitch that has been covering the trial from a layman's perspective. Yeah, I'm going to invite him. I'll probably toss out an invite. Again, assuming I do the 24-hour stream on Friday, which it's looking like that's going to happen, I'll probably toss Asmongold an invite there. I don't want to. He's probably doesn't want to come on during the stream, and I'd like to keep it to just lawyers during the trial itself. But if he's streaming it, like, he's not going to want to let go of the views and the audience that's relying on him for coverage. So I'll happily talk to him. I'll toss him a link on the 24-hour stream if he wants to pop in. And then I'll also just, offer, if he can't or whatever, to talk to him any other time. Maybe get his impressions after the trial or while we wait for a jury decision. Roy Stover, get the popcorn ready. We're about to see a train wreck. That's somebody. Joe, DUI guy, and Journo, fair and balanced, got in. James Noel, GM, you're on in the background while I sell plastic. Oh, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. Thomas, thank you for the donation. Aaron Snyder, if Amber's suing on grounds of deposit attorney saying this is a hoax, or Depp's attorney saying this is a hoax, but what if the jury decides it is, then why does it matter? He called it such. Oh, if the jury determines that it's true, then it doesn't matter at all. Johnny Depp wins if it's true. Next. Ed says, hey, nose man, I give you a hard time in chat with regularity, but I do it to make sure everyone understands that no one is above criticism, even people you like and favor. Ed, you can give me a hard time all you want, buddy. Just don't be surprised when it gets sticky. JP, they're going to be dealing with an even more confident Johnny now. Good luck with him on the stand, turds. He's stronger now after his testimony. Maria Thonings, if Amber had cuts on her feet, why are there only blood drops on the floor? Can she fly? Also, do you know if there's been talk about bruises equals Botox? There's been talk in the chats about bruises equaling Botox. There has not been at the not at trial offered that I've seen. But that testimony that they got, that the expert doctor, the hand doctor, didn't examine the photos of the scenes where the hand was allegedly, or where the finger was allegedly chopped off. Like, so you didn't know that it was actually in the kitchen area by the bar, right by where Johnny said it was. Like, you didn't know that. And I was confused as to why Johnny's fingertip might be in a napkin. I know some people might have been confused about that. I know I was at first. I'm no longer confused. I think I've got it sussed out. right? Because were you guys wondering about that? Johnny Depp's fingertip was in a pile of tissues on the floor. This actually goes straight to the bottle theory more than anything. And it's also awful to think about. But here's what I think happened. I think he's got his hand on the bar. She throws the bottle and it smashes his finger and it's bleeding everywhere. And he maybe can't tell that the fingertip is partially severed. I actually don't think the fingertip just flew off or like was removed at the time the bottle hit it. I bet it was kind of dangling by some flecks of skin or something like that, but it was bleeding profusely. And I bet he grabbed a napkin and wrapped it around that fingertip. And then when he pulled it off, the blood sticking to the fingertip and the napkin pulled it away from his finger when that thing, for whatever reason, when that thing came off. I would bet that's what ended up happening, that there was some final severing of whatever was holding the fingertip on, but I bet it was still there after it got smashed. That would, to me, that explains why there would be a napkin or tissue or whatever with the fingertip inside of it right there on the floor by the bar. But if you smashed it in like a door, I don't know that that would happen. So, because I was like, what the fuck is it doing in some tissues? That seems weird. That makes a lot of sense to me. Now, there's no testimony about that. We don't have anything from in the record as to why that's there. Johnny Depp doesn't mention the tissue. Amber Heard doesn't mention the tissue. We just know that the finger ended up in a tissue near the bar. But we also have blood drops around the bar. We have all this stuff. I think that seems like it's what happened to me. The landlord says, "Object me and step on me, mommy Camille." Thomas. Thomas says, "Explain for the chat the difference between implied and express authority." Well, express authority is express. It is given by title or designation or order. Implied authority is authority that people assume about something based on a set of circumstances. Real Hydro PX, Branca is a statistic. You need to stop testing for COVID and try testing for old people, for other old people. Shh. Stetson's Gold, keeping me sane whilst I have strep throat. Raider Fanky. Imagine Ben will cross. I hope so. I imagine Rotten to the Core will direct. Oh, that's for Johnny. That is what I would expect to happen if the defense calls Johnny Depp. I would expect Rottenborn to do direct and Johnny Depp to do cross, or and Ben Chu to do cross. Yes, but we don't. I mean, we may not see it from them at all. Cassandra S. Been watching your stream since Rittenhouse. Normally don't catch these late ones, but can't sleep since I have to go with my boyfriend to court tomorrow. DUI. Oh damn. I'm a publishing manager and would love to read a book from me. Well, I haven't written one. So that's the first problem, Cassandra. But I don't exactly know what I would write, but who knows? Maybe at some point when I find myself with a little bit of time. I'd started writing a book of shitty essays a while ago, but I didn't get very far. Joshua Unseth. It's $10 bet. If Johnny wins a huge award, he'll absolve her of the debt, cover her donations to the Children's Hospital, 3/4 middle fingering the ACLU. Greatest good guy move in history. Oh yeah, so cover the Children's Hospital, but not the ACLU. That'd be interesting. Be an interesting play. Tuckfard McNutt says, check your email for Amber Heard crazy writing sample that matches the Australia Mirror. I've seen it. I have seen that. Book of rants on major issues. Well, am I Dennis Miller now? I read a Dennis Miller book once. It was great. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to pull this up. But if you want to send me the uncensored version of that for research purposes, don't. I'm just kidding. Maybe. I guess I can pull this up. Hold on. I'll see if I can put these side by side. That shouldn't be hard for a technological wizard such as myself. Now you're about to see a censored picture of a naked Amber Heard, well, a topless Amber Heard, but it is censored. So there may be a less censored version out there on the internet if you're looking for that. If you're a degenerate who's into that sort of thing, that may exist. I don't know. Here we go. Yeah, okay, there's no actual nudity. Perfect. So here's the writing sample of Amber Heard. Why are letters backwards? I don't know. I'm not a handwriting expert. I see some differences though. I think, yeah, you guys can make your own judgments on this. I don't know about that either way. I'm not a handwriting expert, and actually, in reality, no one is. Thomas Percival, great job on all your work in your commentary or in your community. My clothes would have Johnny Depp on the stand, give him the bruise kit makeup, then let him use the makeup, add a bruise on the stand. Evidence is available. Would this be prejudicial? Cheers. Yeah, I don't think they could do a demonstrative with Johnny Depp applying the makeup on the stand, but maybe. I'm not sure about it. Have a makeup artist applying it to him, like while they're giving the direct or while they're giving the closing argument, and then when they're done, do the reveal. But I think that'd be really distracting to the jury. She wrote backwards because she didn't know how to flip the camera. That's awesome. Ed, write a book about your part of the saga of Vic. Also, if I'm giving you a hard time and you make it sticky, make sure to keep it out of my hair and beard. Well, make no promises. Okay. Next, Gonzalo Bergali. Could they introduce the police report through Johnny Depp? Probably not. The Amber Heard police report? No. No, that thing is likely just not coming in. The judge seems to have indicated she does not want that in. Your phrenologist vouched for the validity of writing analysis? Yeah. The reason I say no one's a handwriting expert is because handwriting expertise is disfavored as a repeat, like as expert testimony in court, because you can't repeat it. Like it's there's not an actual science to it. It's very interpretive. Geth Ralkin, check out the split screen vid of Whitney's cross. Elaine is the theater mom in the wings, nodding and mouthing in sync with Whitney. Oh, I read that one earlier. David TBK, rackets. Why do courts rely on stare decisis? If a judgment is made that establishes legal precedent, does due process truly exist if stare decisis holds sway over the approach and the judgment? They rely on stare decisis. To me, stare decisis is a deference to a previous court who held in a particular way. But if that court is clearly wrong, then the decision should be undone. But it's just a deference that not every decision needs automatic revision just because we don't like it now. The question is it clearly incorrect? That's the question. Not, is it popularly correct right now? So, I mean, stare decisis to me has value in that way, so long as it is kept in the proper lens that if some ruling from the past violates the Constitution, then it should be undone. And I think we agree on that with things like Korematsu, Dred Scott, Plessy versus Ferguson. We don't want those things. We got rid of those things for a reason. And that's fine. But when we have US v. Miller, which clearly is an infringement on the Second Amendment without any proper analysis of the level of scrutiny that the government should be held to with the National Firearms Act. It should be undone. Period. Kelton Pruitt. Hey, Nick, thanks for this coverage. This is the first I've been able to catch live, but I've appreciated being able to keep up with the re-uploads. Very cool. Jawsome. 1978. How much time does the time difference matter? It matters as much as a judge will make it matter, frankly, but it seems like a lot. I mean, if the judge precludes them from calling witnesses, calling rebuttal witnesses, I mean, that'll be a big problem. Did I misspeak on Dred Scott? Shit. Oh, well, Dred Scott at the time was actually probably within the law decision. Now, of course, it would not be because of the 13th Amendment. But so, yeah, I guess Dred Scott was probably not a bad decision under the law because the way the Constitution was written, it required the return of slaves. So, yeah, thank you for calling that out. But if we had the same question today, we would not uphold Dred Scott, but mostly because of the 13th Amendment. Okay, next. Tracy Besmer, Dr. Dick Moore, the next Bond girl when James Bond gets woke. Oh, God. Sal Catarinicia, what, if any, emotional moments will be seen if Johnny wins? Will we finally see real tears come down her face? Tears of happiness from him because this is his full story was told. Mike Irish, Andrew Branca had a great interview last week with John Lott. I recommend going to his Law of Self-Defense YouTube page and watching it. Yes, definitely do. It's on my list of things to watch when I have a few minutes. But yes, John Lott is one of the preeminent voices in gun law or gun statistics, I should say. And Andrew Branca is a preeminent voice in self-defense law. So should be a great interview. Raider Fankeef, he went to Duke. Amber dropped the Duke. Gross. Martin Pine, who knew Matthew Perry was a hand doctor? Just Cause, at my brother's high school graduation last week, the guy behind me yelled, "Touchdown!" I replied with a loud, "Unbreaded." Paced graduation. W. Colonial Boy, thank you. Karsten says, what's all the face palming about? Marlon Brando. Asking if Marlon Brando was dead. That was good times. Let's see. I like this. SoCal Stan says, Ricada, gay man here. You are awesome. Hey, thank you, gay man. As my sister says, too many people have feelings. Thanks for the laughs. I agree. Way too many feelings in the world. Jade. So the cut could have happened by the table and not the actual bottle. Lol. Yeah, it's just nonsense. Breaks in makes. I just want him to ask, weren't you the guy that was in Jurassic Park? You know, the guy that sabotaged everything and let the dinosaurs out. Michael Miller, Palmer is the correct word. Yep, I got hopefully thoroughly mocked on Twitter for that. Mephisto's movie review says the Palmer was down. Einhorn. Nick Jabor, of all things, is this worth a quarter of Amber Heard's time? I didn't think so. Asylum says, can't wait to see them look stupid when they point out how he actually had his hand. Oh, that was great. First thing Camille does on cross-exam. You said it was like this, but Johnny Depp didn't testify to that. He testified it was like this, didn't he? Oh, well. Picori Pie, this doc doesn't understand that glass bottles can break. Donna Cross, why is Amber's team wasting their precious limited time on this issue? Lordy 08, because they think the bottle incident is a gotcha. The biggest gotchas against Johnny Depp would be statements about reasonably expectable violence between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Not explosive, catastrophic violence, but Johnny Depp slapped her, punched her, pushed her around, roughed her up a little bit. Not choke slamming her by the vagina and then raping her with a Maker's Mark bottle. Like, that isn't believable because her injuries would be severe, we would think. not punching her into unconsciousness with ringed hands, but just the occasional slaps, pushes, punches, intimidation. That would have sunk Depp. If that was the story, how do you refute it? How do you refute that when they got into fights, Johnny Depp would punch her in the stomach? And you come up and you she'd start getting heated and he would punch her in the stomach. And she'd double over and she'd lay on the ground. And then he'd yell, "You think you're a man? You want to be a man? Get up. Stand up like a man. Try that. You think you want to come at me like a man? I'll put you down like a man." That's when that makes sense. That's when to me, those types of things, stories that you can't refute, that wouldn't leave horrific marks. All the rings in the world, you slug someone in the stomach, it's not going to lacerate their stomach. They're just going to fall over. Plus, they wouldn't have to explain the bruising. These types of, that type of abuse story would have been far more difficult to combat than what they've gotten so far. Being nice 13, a surgeon testifying as a forensic pathologist. Yep. But he might also be a forensic pathologist. I don't remember. Lordy08, I've worked as a PT and RMT for 10 years. Right now, he's just throwing out terms to sound smart and confuse a jury. He's not wrong. He's speculating. Roy Stover, this does not help Amber Heard at all. Mo says X-ray says April 30th. Tanisha, yeah, that would have been a later X-ray. Tanisha Perkins, objection, speculation. Mo, no other injuries to his hand, huh? Not even from punching someone repeatedly. Interesting. Scrimshaw Rose, where's the testimony of the ER medical team? I think still in Australia. Contrarian says, lol, Rackets would have won this for Heard. I'm just saying, I would just come up with a more believable story that's harder to counter. Because if you have just he said, she said, but you also have a bunch of people who never witnessed anything, well, how many of them are seeing Amber Heard's midriff on the daily, right? How many of them are seeing her with inspecting her body for bruises? Pretty much none of them. So they would never have it. But a lot of them saw her face. Oh, you didn't notice the makeup because she does the natural makeup. Yeah, but bitch, if you're talking about natural makeup, you're usually not talking about caking makeup over a bruise. That kind of dispels the whole like light and natural look of the makeup. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but if you have to put concealer and foundation over something, I think you're going to have a hard sell that makeup would look as light as not having to do it. I did not see Major Kill's video today or yesterday. Cut in a pic of Amber on the stand crying while he talked about Lion destroying Trader Paramarico Worlds. I'll have to check it out. Major Kill's great. Lightning Ninja. Amber said he chopped it off. If true, wouldn't that be most likely from the top, creating the bruising the witness said is missing? Johnny Depp chopping off his own finger with a knife, as was testified to, I think, by Amber or something, would have involved him chopping in and then out at an angle and crushing the bone. Like it does not look like a cut wound. And the doctor even testified it doesn't look like that. It doesn't. He couldn't, he said it definitely doesn't look like a cut from a knife. Jake Wallace, they keep saying explosion. Look that word up, Doc. Raider Fankeef, you said this looks like a crush injury. Could a bottle thrown create this injury when smashed against a bar? Minor correction. A bottle crushing into a bar with a finger in between could produce a crushing injury, right? Well, it would need hold on. Just answer my question. A bottle thrown into a bar with a finger that is crushed or that is caught between the bottle and the bottle could produce a crushing injury. Correct. Well, it could. I mean, that's all I needed. Thank you. It could do it. So I think, well, I didn't see glass anywhere else. So Not every time glass breaks does glass infect every single portion of people. Like, well, they didn't. There's no doctor's report that they removed glass from the wound. Well, did you read that the wound was cleaned out with they scrubbed it out at the house trying to clean off the paint, the dirt staining from Johnny Depp's hands from the set? Could that have removed the glass? Martha Joy, Nick, where is our expert Wayne Dennis? Well, Camille did this one. I think Camille did a great job. Nick Jabor, excuse me, I believe hand doctor has my stapler. Jordan Hansen, I've never been more in love with the law than when Camille Vasquez is up to bat. She is a killer, and I'm all for it. Janice, I wonder how they came to find this particular doctor. Does this doctor do court cases frequently along with his busy academic and medical practice? Scott Johnson, Camille is a goddess. Lord Jasper, now then, boys and girls, too late to rent Team Herd a backhoe for them to make digging easier. Meliodas, one of Amber's lawyers got caught signaling to the Twitter expert not to answer questions. I wonder if he's doing the same with the doctor. Camille crushed it. Roy Stover, so this is what burning $5,000 sounds like. Just for the day. $1,000 an hour for everything else. And that guy made a fucking killing. Thomas Percival, my dog stepped on a bee. Not sure what happened to me with songs to set me free from facing reality. Just believe me, my dog stepped on a bee. Poseidon tamed the sea, this melodic bumblebee. Do you watch me on TV? Very, very nice. Let's see. Here we go. CA, a bottle is a blunt object that once have made the impact turn into a sharp object or multiple, right? So it could very well be a crushing injury. Absolutely. Yeah. The question is, did the bottle crash and then slice, or did the bottle smash the finger? And if it's a crushing injury, smashing the finger, because the question, it's got to be a crushing injury from the bone being shattered. Prince Dobler, which expert witness is worse, this guy or Ricky Burrows? Ricky Burrows was worse than the doctor, than the hand doctor, I think. Eric says, Dum 5000. Ichikami, Camille must be a mother. Only someone with kids has this much practice with cross. Jonathan Turner, homie just wanted to be lied to and collect his $5,000, and now he's destroyed. Auburn Gal says, quit talking over Camille. SSJ2 Rich, Dr. Moore, Camille Vasquez just murdered you on the stand. Can you tell the court what, in your expert opinion, was the murder weapon? Angry Bainling says, did you see this super chat? Nick, no. Oof. Snuggle struggle. A glass bottle thrown goes from crushing it into a cutting force applied, serrated with razor sharp surgical precise cuts, to jagged and rough gouging force on impact, crushed to slice in a moment. Harbard Berserker, what a waste of $5,000. Johnny Cause, what about the audio of Amber admitting to hurting Johnny Depp right after his injury? Yeah, we'll see. Maybe that's going to come back in. Maybe that'll come back in through Johnny Depp. Maybe that's why they want Johnny back on the stand at the end. That could be the reason to bring Johnny Depp back, is to bring in that audio right at the end of trial. And that would possibly be a masterstroke. Angry Bainling, congrats on 400,000 subs, by the way. Maybe you hit 800,000 soon. Well, I'm hoping for 500,000 by the end of the year. That's what I'm hoping for. That audio is inadmissible. Why? I'm not sure what makes it inadmissible. I know that it was objected to initially because Amber Heard tried to bring it in, but she didn't make the recording and couldn't testify to its authenticity. Because other people are on it, that doesn't make something inadmissible necessarily. Mandy Karavichus. Hey, Nick, I'm working on an alignment chart for LawTube, but I'm having a hard time placing your alignment. I'm thinking chaotic, free speech, and evil unbreaded, but what do you think? What's your alignment, Nick? I think I tend to be kind of neutral evil is my general impression. America Real says Dr. Dick does the best hand jobs. Sam Walters, $30 a day. I just got selected for federal jury duty. It starts June 1st. Please tell me the best way to get out of this bullshit. Please help, Raggeds, please. If you want to get out of any jury duty, just say that you believe everybody who goes to court deserves to be castrated and fed their own testicles. Wonder Twin DD, hey guys, found your channel last week and have been hooked ever since. Is it just me or is Amber Heard Baby Jane Hudson in about 30 years? I don't know what Baby Jane Hudson is. I guess, maybe. It's an old movie, I think. Night of Knee, that dude looks like Dr. Kevorkian. Yeah, kind of. Tor Theo, here's 1/1250th of the amount Amber Heard wasted on Dr. Hands. Raider Fankeef, if Johnny truly did enjoy pulling hair out, he'd have gotten this dude straight tufts in the way by too enticing to pass up. Forian says Adult Swim called. They want Ricky back. Rick back. Morty is crying. Electrobeard, who brought Dr. Kevorkian back from the grave? PG says this guy couldn't even sell cars. So we're at the point of the psychologist here. Sorensen Farms, are they just not going to worry about rebuttal and keep throwing up these terrible witnesses? Hoping Cat Lady gets a go at Johnny. Kind of looks like it. Guinea pig recordings making fun of someone's look is a low blow. No, it isn't. Not in court. Listen, you're going to court. All this PC bullshit goes out the window in court because this is your life, your reputation, your career, your ability to feed yourself for the rest of your life. This is everything. Everything's on the line, right? So, if you think it is beneficial in court to have only black people between the ages of 25 and 39 as witnesses, then that's who you call as witnesses. If you think you're in white supremacist somewhere, wherever there is like an actual white supremacist community, then you better just call white people. Like, I'm sorry. If you think that your jury is full of misogynists, don't call women. Get rid of all of that shit. Like, all of that is fun for frivolous society to dabble in. This is your damn life. This is the most important thing. You hire Dr. Muffins over Dr. Hughes every single time because the men on the jury want to look at and listen to Dr. Muffins and they hate someone like Dr. Hughes. That's why you bring her. And I'll tell you a secret. The women are more engaged with Dr. Muffins too. She's presented better. She's prettier. She looks better. She looks smarter. Get rid of all that PC nonsense. You want a Hollywood cast coming in and sitting down. You want people to look and go, they don't want to be, like, you don't want them to be, they don't need to be dressed up like they're going to the Met or something stupid, but you want them to be presentable, attractive, well-spoken people. You can have the smartest expert in the world, but if he sounds like Milton from Office Space, nobody cares. Nobody cares. A much dumber guy who presents well will outdo that guy on the stand every single time. Get rid of all of that stuff when you're talking about court. Now, maybe there are reasons why you might hire a bunch of ugly people specifically, or large people specifically. Anything can, like if you're trying to prove out a case where weight is at issue or something, it might be beneficial to hire people who have obese BMIs. And if that's the case, don't hire a damn twig. Hire a bunch of fatzos. Get them in there. In this case, this doctor comes in, his hair's disheveled, and it's distracting immediately. You're not listening to the doctor. You're like, what? Couldn't someone just lick their palm and rub it down on the way to the stand? Like anybody? Why is his hair like that? We're supposed to believe this is a professional psychiatrist, psychologist who sees tens of thousands of patients. His hair's sticking up over here. It's like down over, it's weird over here. Why would you want that? That's part of the hiring process. That's why you interview someone like Dr. Muffins for a couple hours, right? You want to see how she presents. You want to see how she interacts, how she deals with hard questions. Marhat, can't the doctor afford a comb? Bingo. Bingo. Now, if you want someone who looks like they've had a hard day's work, like that's why police officers come in uniform, by the way. They come in their street uniform with their bulletproof vest on, their radio. They got to bloop, bloop, and turn it off like right before they testify. They got to do all these different things. And they sit down in their vest. And I just came in from my squad car. I'm out on patrol. You want the image of the officer who's out defending these people right now, right? Who's got a dangerous job. Of course you do. The image plays so much into court. Yeah, we should definitely be critical of the image choices that are presented, and look at the difference in who they've put up. To me, it's fairly clear. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but if it's my life on the line, if it's my livelihood on the line, you bet your ass I'm going to do whatever I can to maximize my chances. And if that means being perceived as misogynistic or whatever, too fucking bad. I don't care. Exploit everything. It's court. The other team should be doing it too. Wade Stapleton, is this Johnny Knoxville? News Star 1, Billy Bob's Carl Childers, Sling Blade. Some folks call it a Kaiser Blade. No, yeah. Some folks call it a Sling Blade. I call it a Kaiser Blade. Mm-hmm. The Sod Monster, is it not true that you attempted to open the Ark of the Covenant before arriving at court today? Martin Pine, Hobo Spec, Chemo Jordan Peterson, Luke Adams. This doctor won't be on the stand long. He's got to take Marty back to 1985 after lunch. Crystal D, hi, my first super chat, but watching since Rittenhouse. Hey, thank you, Crystal D. Zemi D, this Spiegel guy looks like the grumpy eagle from the Muppets. Kinda. Ed says, just FYI, Asmongold once suggested they create female trans space marines so Games Workshop could make a mainstream game or movie. Use this info how you will. You don't have to tell me that Asmongold has some bad takes. I did a video on Asmongold having a bad take about Leafy and copyright. Sorensen Farms, Dr. Vampire, how many nudes is Amber paying you to testify? Also, are you aware by simping for her, she still isn't going to sleep with you? Nothing further, Your Honor. Alista Lebo, this doctor looks like he's ready to chase some Smurfs. Gargamel. Jordan Rees, someone needs to check this man's hard drive. Raiden Fankeef may as well be Dr. Kevorkian. He's assisting in killing her case. Fuzzy Socks. Camille missed that Ben also testified that a piece of the granite bar top was broken off inside the bar. The bottle hit finger and bar edge, causing granite to break, both causing the finger injury. Yep. Kingslayer, oh my God, I'm falling asleep with this guy. Charles Bowerman, wait, when did YouTube switch me to a Red Dead stream? Mr. Spicy, the doctor looks like Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Amber Heard looks like Colonel Sanders with that little bow tie. Are we in clown world? 6 Owned, he looks like Johnny Doom from Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit. I think so. That was a good one. Jeff K. In order for this expert witness to appear, you have to say Beetlejuice 3 times fast. Bethok Ailflade. He can't ethically testify about either one if he hasn't examined them clinically. Yes, I agree. And he got destroyed on that Goldwater rule reading, in my opinion. NV23 says, I read in the newspaper, a German one, that Amber's lawyer has been on the list of best lawyers in America, according to her own website. Is there such a list? There's about 100 best lawyers in America lists. And you usually pay to get on them. Super lawyers, that's a paid ad that goes in a publication, a trade publication. Oh, this is our quarterly law journal. We name super lawyers. If you're interested, nominate a lawyer. You nominate the lawyer, and they say, "Hey, you've been nominated for super lawyer status. If you want this, it'll be $2,600 annually to place the ad or whatever." And they pay a fee, and they get named a super lawyer. That's how it works. That those best lawyers in America list, best based on what? What's it based on? How do you even rate lawyers, right? I mean, aside from looking at their performances, but in theory, Elaine could just have a really bad case and be really great every other time. We don't know. Law and Lumber is a super lawyer. Did you see him roll his eyes when the lawyer last week testified that he was a super lawyer as like an accolade, an industry accolade? Yeah. Slade, French fried potatoes. Mm-hmm. Joe Marsden. Oh, for fuck's sake. We can see he's been practicing since 1750 already. Move on, Elaine. Clint Beastwood. This guy looks like he's an expert on porcelain baby dolls. In fact, I'm almost certain he sold my grandmother a few. William Tansoy. Thank you for the donation. Household dog contestant 2. I've given my testimony. Now hand me my bottle back. Crystal D, they mistook Dr. Moore's qualifications. His role at Duke was actually playing the role of the Duke in a made-for-TV movie about John Wayne's life. Michael Muddragon, pretty sure this guy burned down the Griswold family Christmas tree. Uncle Louie or whatever. Gene Angry Penguin, leave to do work, come back to you guys watching Phantasm 6. Yeah, he looked kind of like Tall Man, except he wasn't tall. Marta Joy, you don't want Elaine helping you disarm a bomb in under 8 hours. Australian dollars greater than New Zealand dollars, at least. Yes, but Australia is fake and New Zealand is real. Who is Asmongold? It's Asmongold. He's a Twitch streamer. Very popular one. Do you think Johnny spent more on his team for this trial than his divorce? Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Johnny's divorce was all that expensive. I mean, I don't think it was cheap. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm going to hit some of the chats from today, and then we'll go back. Abysmal Rapture says, lol, no, you can find Elaine's court history in the transcripts, and she is pathetic. There's one where she begs for the judge to stop picking on her. Look, briefly, I've alluded to this story before. I'm not going to tell the whole thing, but my first case was against a lawyer, a family court lawyer named Michelle Mcdonald here in Minnesota. Michelle Mcdonald is a 30-year family court lawyer at the time that I went against her. And I was fresh out of law school and being bar approved, right? So I got my bar certification, and a friend's relative asked me to help out with their case. So I did it pro bono for the experience, and against again, a 30-year veteran family law attorney with her own firm and all sorts of resources. And we stomped the ever-loving shit out of them. Like that. That's just how it went. It wasn't particularly difficult. The facts were heavily on our side. The law was heavily on our side. But that lawyer made her client's position worse. She made it worse for her client through bad lawyering. Because we didn't ever need to do any of that. They could have, she could have gotten him out for less than what we got, because that's what we negotiated. We negotiated for less, and they rejected it at the last minute. So then we stomped them into the ground. And like, this is someone who's, was, I don't think she is anymore, a top lawyer in the field in Minnesota. She's run for the Supreme Court of Minnesota a couple times. Her law license got suspended indefinitely on June 30th. Whoops. 2021. Shit. She got wrecked. She has to have had that reinstated at this point. That, because she's still got an open office. So I'm guessing that she's got it fixed now. But yeah. Let's see what it says here. She doesn't have any reviews on FindLaw. Wait, who's this guy? This is a paid ad. Susan M. Humiston, Predator, conceals attorney misconduct. Susan M. Humiston, Minnesota's most racist attorney and cover-up artist. Wait, what? I'm gonna be reading about that later. That sounds exciting. Okay, sorry. Here we go. Noah Bennett. That was someone paid to take that ad out. Holy shit! It's a George Floyd thing, so it's probably paid by Black Lives Matter. Enabling George Floyd style asphyxiation. Okay, anyway. Noah Bennett, maybe if you schedule the streams for 10:50, we will be able to expect it to start at 11. No. Tyrannogast. Nick, John Malin needs tickets to Anime Matsuri. Well, he should probably go buy them. Then, I would think. Stephanie Stewart, instead of Amber being famous like she has always wanted, she will now be infamous for setting up Johnny Depp and being a liar on the most sensitive topic out there. American legend, Nick, I'm just playing with you, man. I love you. Love you back, buddy. Glenn Everett, Nick, I sent you an email about Elaine Spiegel hot mic. Please read. We took care of that. Tall Skinny Geek, did you disable cheap super chats? It's all 20s right now. No, you sent to 5. I don't know. I don't know of a way to do that. Jamie D, welcome to Paralegal Status. Zero of the West. What, if any, feelings did you have about today's oddball expert medical witness? The psychiatry guy, he was terrible. I thought he was absolutely terrible on the stand. I think he got just wrecked by Wayne Dennison. Michael Davenport, welcome to Super Lawyer. Adam Kasana, hey Nick, made the switch from Western comics to manga like Berserk. Loving it so far. Got any recommendations? No, I don't read manga. I don't read comic books either, really. No time. I don't read right now. I don't read shit. I've got a backlog of about 60 books of Warhammer alone. So I'm a long way off. Unicorn Eye Lasers, welcome to Paralegal Status. Joe, just got a job offer. I get to finally end my dead-end career and start the long road to becoming an electrician, drinking Johnny Walker 18 year. Yay! Awesome, Joe. Congrats, man. Sarah T, what, if anything, did Elaine do to get an actress client that cannot cry on cue? She blasphemed constantly. Maria Espinoza, so do you think Kate Moss will testify? Allegedly, Kate Moss will testify by video teleconference. We'll see. BE says woke Warhammer. Not in the books. Wick Dipper says, get wrecked, scrub. One more chat to read. Teresa Feeney, Dr. Spiegel is Doc from Back to the Future. Tall Skinny Geek, you've spent more whole days of your life reading chats. Yep. Donald Gooch, hey, Nick turned 47 on the 21st and would love a toast to Donald Gooch. 47 years old. A person well into their life, but with plenty left to do in this world. Hopefully nearing a point where the doing of things becomes more of a priority than the doing of work. May your career be settled and fruitful. May your relationships be rich and venerable. And may you develop new tastes, new experiences, and new joys for the rest of your days. Cheers. Johnny Souza, I'm analyzing your processing speed right now. Ginger Ninja, are you still using Streamlabs? No. Oh wait, I'm still using StreamYard. I resolved some of the issues, not all of them, but I don't have time to really fully explore other things. I used Restream for one stream a little while ago, and it kind of worked, but I need to upload a whole bunch of stuff to it. Got some ideas on what to do there, but we'll see. But I'm not using Streamlabs. No, Streamlabs banned me. Pixie, why every time I hear Dr. Spiegel do I see and Schmiegel, aka Gollum from Lord of the Rings? And speaking of which, Streamlabs banned me when I paid for their services. I thought that was very rude. Very rude of them. Not applicable. It says, to be fair, Pisaki is a pterodactyl, not a ginger. Blue-eyed roof tree in the base. Actress Megan Fox has toe thumbs. See for yourself. Yes, we explored this on the video with the interview with Megan Fox here on the channel. Not that one though. Different Megan Fox. Zappy Eat says, can the judge really change the time rules after Amber Heard runs out of time? Sure. Phoenix Group ATU Emergency Preparedness. Welcome to Paralegal. Scarvy the Strange. If you ever wonder about Ralph's psyche, just remember the expert in Virginia is a guy with Saturday morning cartoon villain eyes. Nicholas Cruiser. Is there something I'm not allowed to lie about? Clear as day. I think it sounded like that at first, but on the cleaned up audio, I think it says talk. But I was with you when we listened to the first one, for sure. Zayden, sorry about your dog. But the website thing is crazy. Very wild. Mangas says, I used to work as a process server. Wish some of our clients were as smart as you. One of my new favorite channels too. Cheers. Hey, thank you. Just Cause, Nick, I just heard on your stream, confirmed it on 2 more. Sounds like I'm going to lie about this. Is there something I'm not allowed to lie about? In parentheses is where I think it pans out. Yeah, but again, we went through it again. People can make up their own minds on that. I'll share it in the chat again. If people want to take a listen to that cleaned up audio. I don't want to play it over the thing because it's so loud and I can't control how loud it comes across to you guys. So you can check it out yourself with the links in the chat. Matt J2217 DM'd you a tweet containing the hot mic with the adjusted volume. Ethan Westcoat, I just listened with my nice headphones and an amp. He definitely said, is there anything I'm not allowed to lie about? K to the Swiss says, and then you got this scurvy shaster lawyer, disloyal. Let's talk about prepping. If you listen closely, he actually whispers to Elaine, Building 7 wasn't hit by a plane. Zappy Eats. Binger did it with a picture. Johnny Souza, I'm analyzing your processing speed right now. You keep doing that. Warrior Biatch. Nikki, guess who I met tonight? I met Billy Bob Thornton and asked him about Amber. He said it absolutely never happened. You should have seen his face, lol. He's actually a super nice guy. If there's anyone in Hollywood who strikes me as a super nice guy, Billy Bob Thornton seems pretty fucking down to earth. Miss Dog Lover says Marlon Brando is not dead. Cam Woo, thank you for the donation. I ran to, if you want a great comparison, look up the male lead in Avatar, the real highest grossing movie, and try to recognize what he has been in since. Oh, yeah. What the hell? That was animated. Sam Worthington? Is that who it was? I recognize his name. Yeah, Sam Worthington. He's in some stuff. What's he in? Terminator Salvation. That was good. He did have the lead role in Clash of the Titans with Perseus. Also not great. Man, okay. Any of these good? Nope. 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 Hacksaw Ridge. That was a big one. God. Man on a Ledge. Who cares about that? Jeez. This guy was in some shit movies. Yeah. I mean, here you go. Lead in a major, like the highest grossing film of all time. His career's kind of a disaster. 62 credits. Okay, wait a minute. He is listed in Avatar: The Way of Water in post-production, Avatar 3 post-production, Avatar 4 and Avatar 5 filming. Are they running 5 Avatar movies? Because if they are, I really want to punch someone in the testicles. At the end of the day, how does one become an expert at being an expert? The bar seems kind of low. Yeah, I don't think that lady was an expert on expertise at all. Neither was the doctor who's talking about, well, all of expert witness testimony would be gone. Absolutely wrong. Linkanator, have you talked about the Fifth Circuit ruling for the SEC? I want to hear from lawyer father about it. Frown. I have not. I've wanted to, and then I always seem to run out of time. The long and short of it is this. I've given this synopsis before, but let me briefly break it down. There's a ruling that the SEC's enforcement powers delegated by Congress are unconstitutional. So what this is that the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, had the ability to impose criminal fines on people through an administrative law court, which is not a criminal court. You don't have the same processes. You don't have the right to a jury trial. You are guaranteed a right to a jury trial for all criminal activity or criminal accusations in the United States. You are guaranteed that right. So the SEC being delegated the ability to impose criminal fines onto people or organizations without their right to a jury being honored was found unconstitutional under the Fifth Circuit ruling. That's the right ruling. Congress can't just decide that you don't get a jury trial because they want to write in an administrative law provision into the SEC. If you want to do that, you can't have criminal fines or fines that would amount to what people would consider criminality, as in the deprivation of their property without due process rights. So you can't do it. It's the right ruling. The SEC shouldn't ever have had that authority. The fact that it did is appalling to everybody, or should be appalling to everybody. That's the administrative state way overstepping their authority, and Congress overstepping their authority to delegate something that they can't delegate. There's a brief rundown on it. I hope that is what you wanted. Crusader Saracen, kids go to bed on time challenge. Impossible. Dude. Rosalie Ruse sent a tweet, very telling. They are liars. Wick Dipper, odds on mandatory butt plugs to slow the spread. We need to do it. Christine Daly, welcome to Paralegal Status. Matt Hodges, pharmacist here. Psychologist said Seroquel was a barbiturate. Dude doesn't know his drug classes. It's an atypical antipsychotic. Lol. Well, there you go. Thank you, Matt Hodges. Yeah. Well, he mentioned a couple different things where he didn't know the use prescriptions for these drugs that he prescribes. Also, Johnny Depp had prescriptions for all of these things. So him going into that whole street value tirade, I think, was really damaging to his own credibility. Johnny Depp wasn't buying Seroquel and gabapentin off the street. Now, do I think that Johnny Depp had maybe unreasonable access to pharmaceuticals that normal people wouldn't have because he had a $100,000 a month concierge doctor? Yes. Do I think that his doctor was effectively a pill dispenser? Yes. Counterpoint. I think doctors should be pill dispensers. I think your doctor is a store, and that the doctor's job should be to keep you from dying to an adverse effect or a mixture of drugs that is bad. But to me, if you want to go in and get Adderall, I don't fucking care. Why do I want a doctor saying, no, you can't have Adderall? Like if it's not going to harm the person particularly, give them Adderall. Doctor should be a store. I doubled down on this opinion when I got COVID and I couldn't even buy treatment for it. That was some bullshit. Buy you a mega pint. Buy me a mega pint. It's my birthday. Say hi to my friend Crazy Christy. It will blow her mind. Thanks for all your work, your hard work. Hey, Crazy Christy, how's it going? Happy birthday to buy you a mega pint. I hope you have a terrific birthday, spending it with good friends and family and having a little bit of a blast on your own. Wayne Munsell says, is it true that Amber Heard handed Johnny Depp the ice cream knowing he was on Seroquel? Maybe. Fattest Dolphin, can I get a toast for my fat butt on the exercise bike on mile 8 going for 30? Toast the shyster when I'm done. Yep. I got you. All right. To Fattest Dolphin with the fattest ass and the smallest seat, hoping to trim that thing down and make the bike seat look normal again. Go get it. 8 miles in at the time this was sent, which was a little while ago, on the way to 30 miles. You can do it. Stick with it. And, today it's 30 miles. In a little while, it's 40, and then it's 60, and then the bike is just a breeze. You're feeling better. You're looking better, and you're happier with who you are. Go get it. Improve yourself. Hit your goals, and then make new ones. Cheers. Kalinka Pavlova, lots of alts from Mira, Emily Blunt, Emma Stone, literally any pretty white chick with big blue eyes and a square jaw. I would much rather see Emma Stone in any movie than Amber Heard. Alan Paxton, we missing something. What the hell are Amber Heard's team doing? The witnesses have been disastrous from my view. They can't be swaying the jury. No, all of those are right. Got a bottle of Angel's Envy, not the rye finish, as it's $300 in the UK. Yeah, the Angel's Envy rye. Someone sent me a screenshot. It might have been you, with the prices, and I was like, $300. Holy shit! 300 pounds, not $300. 300 pounds. Damn. Yeah, it's $95 where I am, and it's very worth it at $95. I would not say it's a 300-pound bottle of whiskey, because that'd be like $390 or 400 something dollars. I would not pay that for it. It's a very good $95 bottle. It's not a very good $400 bottle. Game Explorer 0115, there's too many drinking games you can make from this trial. Objections, what if any? I accept your instruction every time Amber looks at the jury. Somber SF, Ben doesn't question witnesses because adults shouldn't hit children. Jeez. Warmaker 777, I'm surprised there wasn't more repercussions for when Elaine interrupted the judge and said, I'm not finished with my question. I think they were called to approach. I bet there was some repercussion that happened there. Mink Ship says it's 60 euros here. 60 euros sounds about right. Angel's Envy finished rye. This one. Caribbean cask finished rye. This is, if you're looking for a gift for someone, about $100 that likes whiskey. I've never met anybody who doesn't like this when they try it. It's a very, very clean tasting, unique flavored whiskey. A Hibiki is really good too. You're correct. Matthew L. I explained balls, no balls to my buddy the other night. He said no balls because they shoot blanks. Thoughts? I mean, look, if that's what you want to, what do men play with blanks? I'm sorry. When I get the gun out, we're firing live rounds only. That's what I'm saying. Wayne Munsell says, Blanton's. I would love to get a bottle of Blanton's. They're really hard to come by out here. They come into our liquor store, and I think they're all spoken for before they arrive, which makes me sad. Even though I buy, like, I spend copious amounts on their highest dollar liquors all the time because I want to encourage them to buy more diverse, higher end whiskeys because I want to try different things. And I think I deserve a bottle of Blanton's. Let's see. Ryzen, I've only first learned about Amber Heard from a porn site. Why is she on a porn site? LawTube University grad, super lawyer. Didn't Amber Heard marrying Johnny Depp account for some of her box office draw? I would say all of it, frankly. She had the exposure. Cream rises to the top. No. Yeah. Amber Heard, I personally believe that studios worked with Amber Heard on the hopes that they would have a potential in the future in with Johnny, right? Well, we worked with Amber. Things are good. You know, maybe we can get a contact with Johnny through her, a warm handoff, meet him at a premiere event when he comes by. Think about it. If you're like a mid-range studio or a smaller studio or like an independent producer, and you can meet Johnny Depp, who you've probably heard stories about how generous he is with times and projects, maybe you could convince Johnny Depp to star in your small budget film or your art film that's going to go to Tribeca or Sundance or whatever, if you've got an in with Amber Heard. And all you need is a meeting. I mean, that's an investment. Hiring Amber Heard's just an investment in Johnny Depp to me. Have I tried Highland Park 12? Yes. I prefer Highland Park 18. The 30's overpriced. I had the 30 before. It was very good, but it was way overpriced, like $700 a bottle. I didn't have the whole bottle. I just had one shot of it. I would pick the 18 over the 30. But yeah, I like Highland Park. Alex Goldberg, I didn't hear your stream comments earlier when defense attorney Karen threw a jab at Johnny Depp about coloring and eating candy. Vasquez giggled with her smile and grabbed another candy. Amazing moment. You should clip. Thanks for what you do. Hashtag 69 for life. Ben Chu, if I'm not mistaken, also grabbed a candy and ate it. No, it was a very good movie or moment, not a movie. Ian J. Hey, Nick, do you have any recommendations on must-watch cross exams? Just finished watching the Dr. Fung and Furman days from the OJ. Any suggestions? Yes, the cross-examination of Gage Grosskreutz in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial was absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. The cross-examination of Richie McGinnis was good, but Richie McGinnis was favorable. The cross-examination of Gage Grosskreutz was excellently done. I believe it was Michael Shirafisi who did it. Joe Pancake says, lost my job due to them eliminating my position. Passing along what's left of my good vibes. Love your stream. Joe Pancakes, don't worry, brother. Take a day, hit back on it. You'll find something. It's out there. People want workers. People want people who show up and do the work well. You'll find something. You'll get back on your feet, pal. Alex DeBurge, on cross of Last Witness, Johnny Depp's lawyer should have ended every question with, while not knowing Chris Pine was Captain Kirk. Chris Campbell, Team Johnny Depp is being praised a lot, but it seems like they were given keys to a steamroller while the other guys try to polish a turd. Could this really been screwed up by a less talented Johnny Depp team? Oh yeah, this is defamation of a public figure. You don't win these cases. Like, Johnny Depp's not favored to win this case. Maybe even still. You don't win defamation cases as public figures. It's near impossible. There are actually people out there who would suggest that it is fully impossible to win a defamation case as a public figure, and that it should be. That's an argument that is amongst some people who claim to be lawyers on Twitter. Yeah, this could have gone south really, really quickly. I mean, I think it's a combination of Johnny's team being pretty well prepared and competent, Amber's team making tons of strategic decisions, probably directed by their client, if I had to guess. Peter Seichel, I'm good friends with the crazy alpaca girl. Are you interested in talking to her? I mean, if she wants to talk, I'm not opposed. Maybe email me or DM me or something. I don't know how to get in contact. Jeff Humboldt, thank you for the donation. Minor Zircon, yo Nick, I asked Quarter Black Garrett and he said he would love to be on the show. Get him on the night show. Cool, Uncle Nick. Yeah, I'll have Quarter Black on. I love talking to that guy. We have great conversations. John Bull, Johnny Depp's team have 3 video depots, which will presumably have Amber Heard's team cross-examination on them. That will suck up more time. Yes. Greetings from the UK. They know exactly how long those depots are, but yes, it'll suck up some of Amber Heard's team's time. And if they're out of time and they play the depots, I think the judge is going to let those go through. I don't think she's going to cut out their time from it. Random 11 sounded like I'll rely on testimony, not I'll lie. Yes. Elizabeth Stoddard, why is Camille not doing cross? Also, what's going on with the dismissal of jurors? I haven't heard of any jurors being dismissed except for the first 2 early on in the trial. Camille does cross on Camille's witnesses. Everybody has a witness. I'm not sure exactly how they chose the assignments of witnesses, but they have their own witnesses and they do cross on those witnesses. Al S. I'm currently in a civil suit and the lawyer for the plaintiff submitted false evidence, but my lawyer doesn't want to fight that. What can I do? I mean, not much. You could tell your lawyer that you're paying them, that you demand that they address this issue. You could, depending on where you are in the case, you could try and hire another counsel. I don't know if that's going to be very effective for you. Really depends where you are in the case. Without knowing more details, I don't know what else to say. Switching counsel mid-case, if you're at trial, is almost entirely suicidal, so not recommended. But yeah, I'm not sure. They may not think that there is grounds to adequately fight it. And sometimes that happens. You, as the client, know something is false. The lawyer's question isn't, is this false? The lawyer's question is, do I have a tool in my toolbox to fight this thing? And if the answer is no, it doesn't matter how false something is. If you don't have a tool in the toolbox within the legal realm, like if you can't prove it, for example, to the standard required by the court, then you can't do anything about it. That's just how it goes. So again, a lot of circumstances there that I'm not familiar with and wouldn't be able to tell you over a super chat interaction. Mama Husky, did you see the video of Amber trying to hide her pill popping in court and the bailiff taking her water bottle out of the trash? What was that about? I saw the pill one. I heard about the bailiff one. I have no idea what was up with any of that. Maybe the bailiff is just concerned about recycling. Don't know. Liam H., after 20 years of commercial trial practice in the UK, most lawyers overcomplicate cases. Usually cases are decided on a few core issues. Liam H., yes, I would agree with that. And in this case, I think this case is decided entirely on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's testimony, likability, and believability to the jury. I think that's it. I don't think all these other witnesses maybe bolster, maybe diminish credibility here and there, but I think you're talking about 90% of this case being decided on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and their presentation to the jury. Zypha says, R.E. Elaine, she's hired for being the kind of lawyer who will give the psych expert the correct answer. Hanuman Ho says, I heard what, if any? Hanuman Ho says, also heard on paper, unbreaded. We'll do unbreaded in just a bit and scare everybody away. That'll be fun. Lost Valley, how sweet would it be if Amber got replaced by Zendaya in Aquaman 3? The ginger side continues. That'd be hilarious. Pendar, will you strike me if I do a short clip of the horse thing from the other night? We'll link your channel. No, I won't strike. I don't tend to strike people. Yeah. I'd actually prefer to not strike anybody, even the people who definitely steal content. I would prefer to take the revenue through like a content ID claim. I don't have access to it yet. But I don't tend to strike people down like for doing stuff. Thank you for telling me, and you have my blessing. How's that? LawTube University grad super lawyer. Would you consider reviewing old trials such as Arias? I'm not really into doing the old trial thing because they take up a ton of time, and people know the outcome. The prosecutor is Camille level rad. Was just as engrossed watching that one, but didn't have 100,000 law nerds to watch it with. What's your emoji? You're great. I don't know what my emoji is. Probably a nose. But no, the old trials, people have asked me before to do an old trial, but again, when you know the outcome, I think the drama is not there. And so having the time to do it when there's always something else to talk about, it's not for me. There are other people who could probably do great recaps, but like a live trial watch of the Jodi Arias trial, like, let's see. Let's see how long this trial was. Trial. Proceedings began on December 10th. On December 20th, Arias' attorneys argued that the prosecution was systematically excluding women and black people. In opening arguments, January 2nd. Let's see. Arias took the stand in her own defense on February 4th, testifying for a total of 18 days. Beginning on March 14th, Richard Samuels testified for the defense for 6 days. I mean, we're talking about months of time to go through this. And closing arguments on May 4th. 5 months. 5 months of trial. It'd be really tough to do 5 months of trial coverage. So. Generalissimo says Dan Carlin literally makes his living off of history. Yeah. And Dan Carlin releases a podcast every 6 months because these things take time to put together. You got to do a lot of reading. You got to do a lot of narration. Sometimes you got to throw out whole days. Richard B. Short says, did you see Jarkizi versus SEC case? Fifth Circuit vacated decision by SEC because it did not hold a jury trial. Yes. Seems important in destroying the administrative state. It's important in destroying the SEC. It's not so important in destroying the administrative state. The administrative state doesn't all have that level of delegated authority to administer criminal fines. Kalinka Pavlova says, I noticed Amber Heard wearing lots of rings today. Zen Book Review. Every audio shows are taunting him to be the man. Yep. Zyphus. Okay. Heard the cleaned up audio. Will change my opinion to just Elaine being bad at her job. Dr. Frost. Is it legal to perform a dry bumming on an expert witness in court? We saw it today. Gabby Kiora. I'm a makeup artist, and what Amber Heard described as her routine was actually the process to create fake bruises. Foundation first, color last. Tuckfard McNutt, can we get a tier list of witnesses on this case? I've never done a tier list before. Dank Count says, I feel like all those biased paid expert witnesses are going down with Amber when Johnny Depp wins. Caps fan 082892. I haven't heard this said by anyone. Amber Heard had a lawyer review her article, but certainly didn't have them review her retweet. This is how she screwed up. I think she screwed up with the article review as well. Ash 16180. Would you tier list Depp's and Amber's witnesses? I guess I have to come up with criteria for it. Crusader Saracen, if image matters, then Johnny Depp's lawyer should have told Spiegler, go back to retardville. There's no place for you in court here, while spraying him. Najama, if you want to get out of jury duty, tell them you believe in jury nullification. It's one way to do it, if it's criminal especially. Thomas Percival, my dog stepped on a bee, Tweedledum, Tweedledee. Will anyone believe me? Well, some might disagree. The story of the bee. My dog stepped on a bee. My dog stepped on a bee. Cheers for all your team's work. Zach Bedingfield, thank you for the joining at the paralegal status. He also says, what were the updates from today? I missed all day. There were 3 expert witnesses who testified. There's a hand doctor, a psychologist, and then a damages expert. The hand doctor was at best a wash for Amber Heard. I think he was actually kind of negative for her. The psychologist was definitely negative for Amber Heard. He was terrible. And the expert witness, she put facts in evidence sufficient to establish a jury question of damages, which is what she needed to do. Other than that, I don't think she was very effective. I don't think she was swaying the jury. Ibrahim Alkabi says, little tired of the seemingly lying liars who lie. Joe O'Connor, I was frustrated that Dennison didn't follow up after Doc said on redirect he only reviewed confidential materials. He testified to watching Johnny Depp interviews and testimony. That's public. Thoughts? Yeah. There were a couple spots like that. Yes, that was a frustrating one. Alexander Henderson, Worthington is the voice of Mason in Call of Duty Black Ops. Ryoji Mata, did you see that they named the Emperor Neom in the books? Name the Emperor Neom in the books. Arch has a video about it and how they've retconned that he made the Space Marines and Primarchs. I have not heard that at all. I'll have to check out Arch's video. Cynthia says, stream's a tad boring without C. Goody. Just saying. Well, Cynthia, that's because you're a racist. Rule of Rage says, hey, Nick, it's your magna cum for that shithole called Kennesaw State. Going to Georgia Tech for masters and have a career coming. Can you show the class Mr. Crocker and comment Godspeed and bread? Show the class Mr. Crocker? Oh, is this supposed to be Mr. Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents as the witness today? Is that what we're doing here? I'm not quite sure. It seems like maybe that's it. Is this? I don't watch this show, so I don't know anything about it. There you go. That's Dr. or Mr. Crocker. I mean, I can see the resemblance. I think Doc Brown nails him a little bit better personally. Congrats on your upcoming career, and go get your Georgia Tech master's degree. Pastor of Muppets says, hey, Nick, a toast to me for losing 72 pounds before my wedding this summer. Whoa! Did you lose it already, or are you working on losing it? Either way, to goals and hitting them. Pastor of Muppets, 72 pounds. Get that belly gone and get that waifu with it. Good luck to you. Congrats on your marriage, and may you have a long and blessed relationship with your spouse. Cheers. James M., why is no one blaming COVID for not working after 2020? They might on Cross, but if you ask that lady or on they have their own damages expert coming in. But if you ask that lady, she'd say, oh, COVID had nothing to do with it. I mean, that'd be her answer. Simple. So that's why you don't ask her. The Bad Banditos, Robert Lewis says, for as cool as Nick is, lawyers like Legal Mindset still exist, and thus all lawyers must burn in hell. Sorry, pal. Heartfelt. You'll never find me disagreeing. All lawyers go in the blender. Just make me the last one so I can laugh with you as they all die miserably before I go. Pagan Dead, F. Mary Kill, Jodi Arias, Casey Anthony, and Amber Heard. Fuck Amber Heard, because I think she's the best looking of the three still. Kill Casey Anthony for what she did to that little girl. Marry Jodi Arias because she'll kill you for your bad decisions. There you go. Nailed it. Oh, yeah. Sean says the only way I'm watching the next Avatar movie is if it opens with an orbital bombardment followed by an invasion by the Black Templars. Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, that whole Avatar thing, that whole movie just pissed me off. And then I fell asleep during most of it. But the premises. Amber Turd probably has all the STDs, man. Don't worry, your life is short-lived at that point. Here we go. Crusader Saracen says, your kids are cute. I hereby pledge to donate $7 million to their Lego fund. Enough for 2 whole sets, maybe 3 if they're small. Rage says, if they run out of time, can they still make objections? Yes, objections are neutral time. They have to be permitted to object to improper things. The Gym Tyrant, hey, sent you a vid. I'm skeptical on, but if it's true, I'm pretty sure it's a setup. Followed you on Insta. That's where I sent it. Thank you, Nolan on Insta. We're about to do unbreaded here. Let me see if I can find you. It won't let me open this. Maybe I have to do this first. Oh, here we go. Oh no, yeah. So it's just a video of Elaine fangirling at Johnny Depp at a different time. Yeah, that's been around. I think that's true. I think that's true. I think there's footage of her getting Johnny Depp's autograph even. Let's see. Cash on 621. Do you think the Cardi B Tasha K case has made defamation of a public figure cases like this more possible to be won? I mean, maybe the Cardi B Tasha K case was gifted by Tasha K admitting that she lied over and over and over again. I mean, that's what sold that case. But yeah, I think but it helps. It helps to realize that there is defamation of public figures. It's a real thing because a lot of people they think you legitimately can't do it. You can't defame them. They're too popular or whatever. And it's like, no, Twitter exists. YouTube exists. You could definitely defame someone. Eric Miller, Nick, are you going to watch Cocaine Bear when it comes out? I don't know what that is. Zayden, got a landing page for the site completed. There's a mail list sign up. Would love to see how many people are interested in it if you'd check it out when you can. I'll try. ATN de Gaulle. Hey, Nick, have you discussed the letter from Jennifer Howell to Amber's sister? Yes, a little bit. I haven't seen any law tubers discuss it. If it's real, it pretends devastating testimony if she's called in rebuttal. She is being called in rebuttal by video deposition. So the deposition will be played and it'll be that. I wish they had her live. That would be better. But the deposition will be there to take that out. Hopefully the jurors will pay attention. That'll be interesting to see if the jurors are paying attention on rebuttal because, everybody there in the courtroom is like, oh, the jurors paying attention to this, not paying attention to that. Let's see if they change what they see when Johnny's on rebuttal. And Longreach Jones says, listen to Law and Crime Stream. Timestamp around 2 hours, 3 minutes mark. The convo between Heard lawyer and psychologist. Not going to say what seemed to be said on hot mic as prior advice can bias your hearing. Could be bad. We already went through it, Longreach Jones. And someone sent me a clip with the audio boosted heavily. And I think he does not say lie. I don't think he says lie. I thought so at first, but when the audio is boosted, he says talk. And it sounds pretty clear to me that he says talk when the audio is boosted. At first I was sold on the lie sentiment. But yeah, upon review at the cleaned up audio, which still sounds terrible, but you're on a mic several feet away. I think he says talk. Margot Rana, Nick, can I get a toast to my wife? Yes. Her name is Galen. And she is graduating from medical school this week. She's going to be an amazing doctor. And it's thanks to her that I'm able to quit my job and start law school this fall. Whoa. Whoa! To Margot Rana's wife, Galen. Struggling and suffering through years and years and mountains of debt for a life of service, for a life of expertise, for a life of saving and influencing and benefiting lives of people around them. May that service and benefit pay off to your spouse, Margot Rana, as they pursue a career of becoming a literal demon. And may your comparative traits balance each other out into a yin yang of beautiful matrimonial harmony. Cheers. All right, let me read this one from Renee Villarreal, and then we'll do Unbreaded. Renee Villarreal says, saw Legal Eagle. It reminds me of Step Brothers where they get bullied by children. Yeah, Legal Eagle reminds me of whatever is lame in this world. Okay, now I have to start doing this more because of YouTube. We're about to read something. This something contains all kinds of offensive language and ideas. We are not reading it as an endorsement of those ideas. We are reading it for the comedy that this person has a PhD from Duke University, that their dissertation largely reflects the same concepts espoused in what we're about to read, and that they were hired as a philosophy professor at UCLA. That's what we're going to read. That's why we're reading it. It is the comedy of the whole thing. Without further delay, Unbreaded! This is Death Sentences by Matthew C. Harris. Again, a philosophy professor at UCLA, PhD from Duke in philosophy. And every day we pick one page of his manifesto, Death Sentences, and read it out of context. There is no context. 376. Here we go. And I will just read this. You may be hopefully offended by something here, but know that you can't actually be offended by anything said in this because Matthew Harris is black. So just so we're clear, everything that I'm about to read is just fine. I don't know what's on this page, though. I don't need to believe it works since I already knew it works. I already knew it, so I know it. I know that I knew it, and my soul is already there. I know that I already knew it, so even if I don't feel like I know it. 16, global destabilization and ethnic cleansing, catastrophic cataclysm. It is impossible for different tribes to live together on Earth. The Asian says, stop responding to what other people think to encourage the Western individual to abandon all inputs. The Asian encourages nihilism and self-destruction. The Asian doesn't realize that the Western mind is already well acquainted with this terrain and vaccinated against nihilism. The Asian, however, does not realize that they are sowing seeds that will be their own inevitable destruction. The Asian is not capable of surviving the recoil and outcomes of the seeds it is sowing. The only possible coalition is a coalition against each other. Number 17, being a binger while they free fall to death. Lincoln Trump. Fuck Kermit the Frog. It wasn't easy being a binger in the past. It is about to become easier to be a binger than ever before. It is now becoming increasingly easier to be a binger thanks to this book. It is now easy to be a binger. It is 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 harder to be anything that is not a binger. It is impossible to survive for men who are not bingers. People who aren't bingers will not survive. People who aren't bingers are near extinction. My soulmate's only relief is when she is in submission to me. My soulmate's life is extremely difficult unless she submits completely to me alone. My soulmate's life is intolerable, painful, dreadful, confusing, harsh, and chaotic, except for when she is living in complete submission to me alone. We already know all white men are gay, committing suicide and dying immediately. All mongoloids are gay, committing suicide and dying immediately. All bites are gay, committing suicide and dying immediately.
I'm bread.
There we go. We only lost about 500 people. That's all. It's cool. There we go. There we are. Woo! Fuck Kermit the Frog. Hey, what did I ever do to you, mister? Literally nobody says, do you think Johnny would be as appealing to the jury if he showed up in the same way he did on his first 2 days of trial? No. I think a lot of people commented on how scraggly he looked those first 2 days, and I think he cleaned up his look, and I think it's the right move. Etienne de Gaulle, what I find most offensive about the manifesto is the horrible punctuation and capitalization. Yeah, the typos really get me too. The random misspellings, the extra like S's, the instead of the then instead of these and stuff like that. Did Kermit steal Miss Piggy from the Matt Harris? She got this green sausage, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Oh, man, my voice is strained. Oh, by the way, I haven't done this. If you like the stream, I should have done this before death sentences. If you like the stream, please click the like button. Click the like button. It'd be wonderful. Thank you. I've been smoking for 42 years. I'm also a librarian in my spare time. Please click the like button if you like the stream. It really does help out distribution. YouTube letting people know that they actually do enjoy these damn things. You clicked before, unliked. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Where were we? We were here. It's 2:20 in the morning. I've still got a big backlog from the other day. I'm going to read some more of those. We'll finish up what comes in tonight, which we're pretty much caught up on what comes in tonight, except for the last like two. Like Mike-Laton, thank you for the donation, and Mooncrafter, okay, donating just for that chuckle. I had to miss a lot of today due to a migraine, but I'm glad to catch you tonight when I couldn't sleep. Thank you to Mooncrafter for that. We're caught up on today. If any more come in, I'll address them. And then we're going to read some more for a little bit, and then I'm going to go to bed because I got to get ready. Got to get ready for trial tomorrow. I still got to make the link. So after I get done with these streams, it takes me a good 30 to 40 minutes to get everything ready for the next day. So that bear in mind, that's that goes on too. So and then we're going to play games on Twitch. We are not playing games on Twitch tonight. After this trial, I can't wait to play some games. Crusader Saracen says, old trials might be boring, but since law is mostly people skills, examining great moments like Sheriff Feces Cross or Zimmerman's closing might be educational. Yeah, absolutely. And, assuming there's time to do something like that, maybe, but there's usually something else I'm talking about. So not sure. Thomas Percival, my dog stepped on a bee. The pain transferred to me to get drunk on good rum. Dum, diddy, diddy, dum, dum. My dog stepped on a bee unbreaded. What just happened, by the way? Amber said my dog stepped on a bee. HP says nothing against Bites, but today you got less viewers than her, but 5,000 more likes because chat loves you dearly. Actually, I'm pretty sure we had more viewers than Bites today. I'm pretty sure that's true. So today was a very big day on the channel. So I think That's what happened. I'm not positive. I guess I didn't check at all times throughout the day, but I'm pretty sure we were above legal bites for the day. I don't know how. I don't know why. So, but I appreciate everybody who watches the trial with us. Let's see. Tyler Sickles. He just stated any long-term power dynamic differential causes IPV. Nice way to slip in all relationships result in IPV because of the patriarchy. Yeah, his testimony about intimate partner violence is completely ridiculous. He said 75% of patients equals addicts, 5% equals violent. Mink says 1.21 gigawatts. Nudge, will Amber's team be calling the rest of the Addams family? Drexkin, how high is this expert from huffing his own farts? Pretty high. Tails, feel like this guy's teeth, mouth, eyebrows, and hair belong to someone else, and he borrowed them for his appearance today. Mo, I am not traumatized by my IPV. Good. Lord Jasper, 1988, reminds me of Ace Ventura's landlord. Aiken, so reviewing a movie is more important than writing one, makes you more qualified than the writer, directors, etc. Dr. Slingblade is perfect for Amber. Chrissy, the witness is the limp noodle of psychology. Good luck catching him. I'm 22 minutes late. Well, yeah, if I was going to end at 2, which would have been good, but I'm not going to. Let's see. Had to dig a hole and all that today. Only watched the expert testify on how turd needs 45 million. Yeah. Natasha, when you get two old guys battling each other. Now, you would agree, doctor, that you, without examining a client, you can't make the diagnosis. It's a Goldwater rule, isn't it? I'm working on my Wayne Dennison impression. I hope that was good. We'll see. Solid Flamenco. So this is what happens when you order an Anthony Fauci from Wish. Engineer, the Unix expert, was less self-aggrandizing about his accolades than this doctor. Oh, yeah. Really, really was, which is surprising because he was pretty self-aggrandizing. Steve Investor, sir, can you give me the definition of narcissism? Your Honor, I rest my case. Paul Sirvasta, so it will be 8 hours of pure comedy from Amber Heard's legal team. Devious Smile, the trauma expert is having a PTSD episode. The lawyer reminded him of Van Helsing. Eva Quill, how to kill your career 101, testifier on behalf of Amber Heard. Brandis Garrett, if Elaine's cat was leading this, I wouldn't need to gouge out my eyes. John Harrington, Amber is dressed like she is auditioning for the role of Johnny Ringo in the Tombstone remake. She could play a psycho well enough. Worthless Drivel, he's seen videos of Johnny slamming stuff. Where are these videos? It was the one video from TMZ that Amber Heard sold to TMZ of him smashing some cupboards and a couple glasses. Let's see. Yeah, people talking about like Emily's and Bites' chats. Again, the best part about it is that between the three of us covering this, there is room for whatever style of show you want to watch, right? Like we have a nice mix between the three. You're not finding a copycat of any place. And that's what I like about the community that we have of the lawyers on YouTube is that we agree on a lot of stuff. We disagree on some stuff, but we all create our own spaces, and people are free to go to whatever space they like. And I wouldn't trade my space for the world. Holy shit. This is the best chat on the internet. Hands down the best chat on the internet. Wordless Drivel. Wait, read that one. Irish Major Tom, the tweaker looking defensive Doc Brown wannabe that Amber had on stand. Apparently he has a review that he drove a patient to commit suicide. Yep. That is a review that is out there. Xandru says that guy is the Wish version of Joaquin Phoenix. Brandon James says, can they use this guy to testify to Amber's PTSD? And so they can say our guy is board certified and Dr. Muffins isn't. They didn't. Well, they kind of did. He said that her diagnoses were basically wrong, and that her PTSD diagnosis was actually battered wife syndrome. Miscellaneous read that one. CS. Nope. He is a psychiatrist, which makes him particularly unqualified to speak to behavioral dynamics. They are trained in physiological etology for meds. Georgia at the lake. Notice Virginia threw out Bible in oath to tell truth. Convenient for Virginia, who also allows newborns to die after being born. Bunch of heathens in Virginia. A lot of places did, mainly because if someone doesn't believe in the Bible, they would ask for like a competing book. So that now most places, Minnesota, they just have you raise your right hand. They don't have you swear on anything in particular. Tails says, Dr. Spiegel or Dr. Smeagol, my precious. Stefan Singh says, the look and sound of Dr. Spiegel reminds me of the alien wearing Edgar as a suit in the first Men in Black. Five or fist. After everything is said and done, could this end up as a hung jury? Yes. Blaine Thomas, thank you for the donation. Taco Powered Time Traveler, my take on Depp versus Heard. They're both guilty. Rich brats infighting. Hope jury grants both a positive decision with restitution the amount of $1. I don't know if that's actually true, but I've seen that opinion around. Ryoji Mata, this guy's head is getting fatter the more he talks. The expert. Dragon Grips, as the leading grip expert in here, I think I need to make a mega pint grip kit and add on Magnum wine bottle grip kit, possibly a spousal get a grip kit. I could have saved Johnny and Amber. Funeral Man, read that one. Nethies. I thought Lurch from the Addams Family couldn't talk. Winton Dupree, couldn't they find more sane-looking expert? Easily annoyed, argumentative, hasn't owned a mirror in years. V. Sheldrick, long-term drug user, short-term abuser. Apparently, Kyan Rennell, over 1 million in super chats for Ricada Law per playboard. Hail fellow nose Simpson Lofty Pixels. Too bad all that money will be eaten up by your kids' college tuition. Yes, that is the statistic. Remembering that Playboard does not take into account YouTube or Apple's cuts of the super chats, but it was pretty cool to see that that has happened. Absolutely. Roy Rat, after the Depp v. Heard case, you could start covering the Sussman trial and Durham investigation. It's getting juicy. Possibly, but I would encourage people to check out Robert Giovia's channel, formerly Robert Gruler. Watching the Watchers. He has been covering the Sussman trial very in depth. So very, very cool. Great channel. Great dude. Go check him out. Elgonzo1 says, man, fuck Ginger Assure. Is it just a brand of jealous Karens that can't stand that redheaded women's are the hottest? Like Ginger side? Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, they're really pissed off about redheads because redheads, well, one, they don't have souls, so they're willing to be extra hot. Elgonzo says, was a UCLA professor. It's only offensive to infidels. Elgonzo 1000 also says, fuck you, Nick, with a heart. Thanks. Firefox, today was glorious. We were able to witness a pair of Blood Eagles on the stand. Shield Maiden Camille and Viking Denison each flayed their dock's flesh, broke their ribs, and pulled their lungs out to give them flight to testimonial hell. Elgonzo says, Richard Marx, who worked on small projects like Star Wars and Rocky, P.S. don't spend it all in one place. Yes, thank you for the 1/30th of a cent. I appreciate it. Red Dev Ved says, I think it's funny to say it's about lying, but it is probably mostly the priming effect. And it's basically like hearing ghosts on recordings. Yes, I agree. Firefox, so will you be doing the military special roulette of death during Friday's 24-hour stream after court, of course? Maybe. Jay Winkler, hey, Nick, Pappy Van Winkle is on sale, 23-year reserve for $98. Can that be right? No. That's probably not correct. If it's true, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Jay Winkler, Nick, Malik Foxon told me he is gay. Not sure why, but that's what he told me. Okay. That's good. I'm glad Malik is expressing himself to you. Hive Mind Concussion says Amber broke horses, then broke Johnny. Power of Will, Nick, can I get a toast to love, my good man? After getting out of a multi-year nightmare relationship, me and a beautiful woman who genuinely cares for me are heading to the beach for 3 days to power of will, to love, to fun, to excitement, and to refreshing relationships with people who enjoy and appreciate you. May life take you where it will, and maybe your lady gets to accompany you. Cheers. Keep It Real says Karen Gillan was in Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor, and Doctor Who, etc. She's way more famous than Amber, but has a net worth of only $3 million. Yeah, again, tons of people. Whoever played the chick that was in S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while, she was also in some of the Avengers movies as a side cast character. The brunette. Do you know what I'm talking about? What the hell was her name? I think she was in Captain America Civil War. No, Winter Soldier. She was in Winter Soldier, I'm pretty sure. What's her name? Oh, Kobe Smulders. Yeah, Maria Hill. Kobe Smulders. Like someone who was in How I Met Your Mother, right? For a billion seasons. The Avengers movies, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., tons of Marvel movies, but like what's her 56 credits? Where's her takeoff? She's in Arrested Development, but the shitty season, so that doesn't count. Lego Movie 2. Yeah, there's a ton of people who meet the definition that Amber Heard did and don't have a takeoff career. It just like the whole thing was nonsense. Elizabeth Olsen too. Yeah. Well, look. Elizabeth Olsen is bad as hell. I'm just saying. Andrew Clark, I amped the audio of Dr. Spiegel. I heard relying on testimony. Is there something I'm not allowed to talk about? Oh, well, S class is best class. No, I agree. I think that's what was said. Blaine Thomas, is it true flight attendant is on the rebuttal list? Yes. A flight attendant. I assume it's the one. Mr. Obi-Wan 2020, getting ready for my buddy getting married and my mom's memorial in the same month. Cheers. By the way, most of Legal Bites chat had an issue with all of Dennison's crosses. They must not like people who talk slow. Yeah, I think his manner of speaking, it's annoying. I wouldn't want to like have long conversations with him, but I think it's really disarming on Cross. I think it's a Cross of experts specifically. Because these are experts who not only have knowledge and acumen in their field, presumably, but they also have developed a secondary skill of being effective enough communicators to get hired as professional communicators. So I think it bothers the shit out of them when someone can't speak very well or clearly or eloquently or fast, and they have to sit and listen to this person because to them, communication is part of their gig, and this person isn't doing it right. Zayden says, tossing you that SIG savings. If I can see how many people would be interested in the website, I can buy a hosting plan. Need to know though, costs a lot. Yeah, again, I'll try and look at it, man. But literally today, I had zero time. It was just the whole thing was me on stream or eating or sleeping or showering. That was my whole day. So it's I'll try and take a look when I can. Bad Vibe says prediction, you'll be late and gay and breaded. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be late in the morning. Mod Princess during Cross, he needs to be asked if he took into account that Amber Heard could be the perpetrator. No, I think they let it sit. And then bring Dr. Muffins back to agree with his analysis, but apply it to Amber Heard. That's great. David Stockton graduated law school last week and found out yesterday my wife is pregnant with our second child. Advice/encouragement will be greatly appreciated. What do you need? David, you're on top of the world. Look, the second child is a completely different animal than the first. It is entirely still blessing and gain. Watching how your children interact is a cool thing. The third child is a nightmare when you're outnumbered for the first time. Fourth child's cool. Fifth child's gravy. But the second child is great. You're going to be just fine. You just graduated law school. Get your bar prep done, man. Wife's pregnant. You got lots of time to read before the baby comes. Get ready for that bar exam and do it. Do it, brother. You'll get it. When is kid number 6? Never. Zayden says my awful one is the 4th. She's a nutcase. Look, I'm not commenting on the kids. I'm saying what your experience around like time and just the parenting experience. For us, the third one, having 3 was tough, getting used to that transition of being outnumbered. But once we got 4, it's like you stop caring to me about like any of that. And you just realize you're defeated. And then it's just, you sit back and relax. Okay. Chrissy, this guy is so condescending. I want to throw something at my screen. I hate experts who haven't ever talked to the person they're giving opinions about. 200 Watt Studio, ask this guy what the next Hellraiser is coming out. Jonathan Turner, holy crap, he likes his voice. Natasha, you can tell me your name and I will not remember it within a minute or two. That's actually true for me. I'm really bad with names. It takes me a while. Brent D, is this bloke's testimony Depp is a drug addict? Known this since the 80s. If he's not sure, he can jump in his DeLorean and go and check. The 10th Planet, out of curiosity, could they use Depp being removed from future Fantastic Beasts movies as evidence of damages? Yes. Just not the current one because he got paid on it. Zayden, oh, my 4th is the biggest bully ever, too. But she's also the sweetest thing on the planet. She has this back and forth where she's an absolute monstrosity, but the most loving and sweet little thing you've ever seen. So girls will be the death of me. That's all I'm going to say. Having girls will literally kill me before, like I was going to be immortal and now I might make it to 55. Brent D. Is this bloke's... Wait, read that one. Lordy 08. I've had substance abuse problems. This man's comments are damaging for people who've had addiction. He's demonizing everyone while targeting Johnny. Yes, I thought that was highly offensive. Blake Allen, I think it should be a rule that anything that follows the statement, we're all human, should be inadmissible in court for being too general. Come on, man. Nelson Medina, how does he know how Depp has conducted himself in this trial? He is watching the trial on video. He can watch the trial on video because he is an expert, and experts can do that. Sees in, can't seem to send link in super chat. Nope, I have links disabled. Porn bots. Wanted your opinion on Heard slip up during her day 16 testimony. Is it okay to send in regular chat? You won't be able to. And I'm not gonna review anything right now. So I would recommend not sending it. Maybe on a different night show would be good, but I'm going to go to sleep really soon. HP, I think Depp will be awarded some amount of money, not 50 million. He'll forgive her debt like Trump did with Stormy. Snack Jacks says, I know most lawyers are hating on Dennison's cross, but I loved him. Most of us non-lawyers love that approach even better than CV sometimes. I think he missed a bunch of stuff on the cross of the final expert, but I thought his cross of the doctor was devastating. I thought it was brutal. What happens in a civil trial if a jury is hung? No one wins. Mephitic Miasma, this IPV expert comes across as a patronizing blowhard. Cross should be able to savage his ego. Mr. Shado, doctor, would you or could you diagnose someone over the phone? Would you or could you diagnose someone you haven't seen personally? Is that standard practice? Ex Bubba Hotep, Is there if there was a drinking game of drink whenever what if any is said, how many people would be dead of alcohol poisoning? Everybody. Jesse Aguilar, does this expert testimony, the people who weren't drinking alcohol would die of water poisoning. Jesse Aguilar, does this expert testimony also speak to Amber's cognitive testimony, considering she testified she also uses alcohol and drugs? Yeah. And I think Dr. Muffin's bringing that back around would be great. That's the way to do it. What is your opinion on the expert testifying the ice cream picture is vomit? He kind of, they rehab that. They rehab that. Sarah Jane, hard to not tune out like I'm listening to a lecture. Inclination 1972. This bloke makes me want to drink. Mr. Shado, this doctor is simply a hired character assassin hiding behind impeccable medical credentials, but he should be easy to impeach. AG, the people leaving terrible Google reviews for this guy right now need to stop. He is an idiot, but this is not right. John S. Christopher Lloyd is a terrible witness. Isabel Jimenez, he's describing Amber Heard being passed out doesn't equal blackout. Jane Doe, thank you for the donation. Look, as a narcoleptic, I've slept and fallen asleep in some weird fucking places, in some weird positions. Johnny Depp sleeping on the floor next to a bed. No way anybody does this unless they're beating their spouse. Fuck off. Come on. Look, sometimes you don't want to be in bed if you had too much to drink or whatever. You don't want to lay down in bed because maybe you'll make a mess of the bed. Don't do that. Usually you end up in a bathroom on a nice cold tile floor. That's hangover country, baby. On that cold floor, like, oh, so much to drink. Tortheo says, guy who never met Johnny Depp testifies to his entire life. Yep. Thatic Oneism says, is anyone keeping track of time left? My God, yes. 4 hours, 9 minutes for Amber Heard's team, 15 hours, 51 minutes for Johnny Depp. Kelly Joyner, why haven't they presented evidence of Amber's substance abuse? They have. They're just not going to ask this guy. One, this guy wasn't asked to analyze Amber Heard. So it'd be outside the scope of his disclosure. And two, he's not going to give favorable testimony. Save it for Dr. Muffins. Kyle Mitchell, team Amber Heard is under 7 hours. Sarandongo. College kids nowadays have the attention span of a toddler. What will happen when that generation form the majority of a jury? Broken judicial system? Maybe. Tortheo, I definitely didn't expect Patty Bovier to testify. Twisted Indica, define irony, listening to half-assed lecture about substance abuse disorders from an obvious alcoholic. Mr. Fission, Dr. Spiegel, isn't it true that you stole plutonium from Libyans to power an illegally modified car to time travel, causing multiple paradoxes? Dr. Hired, one says, per Whitney, Johnny Depp always had a pocket knife. If he was committing intimate partner violence, where's the testimony that he threatened Amber Heard with that? Defies logic. Mitch, hey guys, I hope Legal Mindset found my UK law links useful on Twitter. John Bass, that's right, Legal Mindset, hashtag go heels. Bradley Harding, Whitney sitting in front row behind Elaine, who's sitting next to her. Rocky, need to get Joe to confirm, by the way. Hi from California. I don't think that was Rocky Pennington, since she testified by video deposition. If she showed up in court, she could be subpoenaed to appear specifically. So I doubt it. Timothy Schultz, Dr. Swingblade getting paid in French fried potatoes. Mm-hmm. Momo, unfortunately, Dr. Spiegel is getting review bombed on Google reviews. Of course he is. There's no way around it. I'll tell people that I don't agree with it, but there's no way around it. There's 1 million people watching just on YouTube, and about 90% of them or more, probably 95 or more, are on Johnny's side. People are going to do that. So, free matter for the blind. Amber looks like Safari Colonel Sanders Barbie. Flofi, when Amber loses, will she revert to her Texas accent and freak out on her legal team and call them disloyal shyster lawyers? Disloyal. David Colwell, this doctor only seems to be an expert on what it's like to be on drugs. Is Amber paying him in cocaine? Fadi Aldidi, $30 a day for 6 weeks to decide whether to transfer $50 million from one rich asshole to another really does sound like something that would make someone bitter. Yep. Yep, Alex B. Wonder if Johnny Depp just ended the case a week early would give to their side jury notification. No, I don't think. One, they might be committing malpractice by doing that, and two, I don't know that it would carry any benefit. So, all right, 2:40, we're just past 2:45. I guess it's time to go to bed. It's time. It's time to go to bed. Katie, cool lady. I once dropped a ceramic dog dish as a kid and a shard flew up and almost sliced off my thumb. Glass in motion can do crazy things. Dead turret. Who the hell let Doc Brown into this courthouse? Shane Roberts. Sending some love your way, Nick. Also, thanks YouTube for censoring my super chat joke for using the P word for urine. Yeah, you can't say piss. Can't say piss. Okay, let's wrap this thing up. You guys have been tremendous, wonderful. Thank you for joining me today on this fine stream. And we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early for some of you. For the rest of you, we'll see you tomorrow night, 7:45 a.m. I'll have the link up to the show in just a couple minutes. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for hanging with me. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some lost-plaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitter and Erlang. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an ardbeg, a bow, more of that rug. Spirits glow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter, as we hear lost-plaining tonight. From the white shores of Nam to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Dundee to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one